Oh wait, I forgot my trick.
Lil, shut up! Just quiet. There you
Welcome,
go.
everybody, to our charity stream of Misadventures of Dragon Crew Halloween special. Tonight we'll be doing a one-shot of Curse of Strahd that's been heavily modified. You'll find out the fun part about that. We are doing a Extra Life charity tonight and today. Feel free to donate if you have a couple of dollars to put toward Primary Children's Hospital here in Utah. And without further ado, let's begin.
Woo!
Alright. We start off with everyone gathering at the table for their next session, starting off in the forest, where we were going to pursue the Cult of the Dragon. What am I holding on for? Oh, Christian. Anyways, so you guys are about to make your first perception checks. I need everyone to roll a d20.
Alright.
Yeah, that's...
You don't even have to bother telling me what it is.
Oh, okay.
As you roll your first perception checks of the session, everything goes black. You don't know how, you don't know why. And as you open your eyes again, you smell mist and foliage, like you're in a forest or the outside of one, maybe. And as you look around, you notice a small, well-worn road leading toward a pair of ruined gates, maybe 50 to 70 feet tall from your perspective. Two ruined soldier statues on either side of them. And behind you, the road leads into an impassable wall of fog. You can't see, as soon as the road goes into it, you cannot see beyond it. It is just white.
Yeah, we can do that with a knife. just test it.
Certainly try. Alright. What would you guys like to do?
Does the thick fog seem like naturally there, or
It is persistent.
okay.
That's all you can tell is it is persistent. But it doesn't seem to permeate around you. It's not like it's a continual thick fog. It looks like the way away from this gate is completely fogged up. There's a light mist around you. That's it.
Okay.
It is roughly 40 degrees outside.
God, I am
It's chilly.
not wearing the right outfit for out
I have
here.
a big wool jacket or something.
I'm wearing shorts, so
I have a dress.
he's wearing
and
kilt.
This is the perfect kind of weather.
So,
Time to time.
what would you guys like to do?
Oh my, guess we'll proceed into the fog.
You head toward the fog?
I'm hesitant about it.
You have two directions along the road. You have toward the fog and what minor trees you can see along the edge, or you have the gate, the large ruined gate.
Let's go to the gate.
Think of it like a great wall that borders a country almost.
Okay.
It's a large, like 100-foot wall with about a 50 to 60-foot tall gate that seems to be cracked open, but also ruined.
That's quite interesting information. Oh my god.
Look, it's the devil himself.
Hello. Hello.
I am a friend.
Listen, me and Perkins, have you make first, and then you and Hunter can scoot over so they have room.
Okay.
We're gonna pause there for a moment so we can get some information to Sarah and Stetson to set up their characters before we get started here.
After we started.
You two roll each other's stats,
Okay.
but let me know what those numbers are prior to actually entering them and committing them.
And you can't consult each other. You have to put them
It's
into
the one
what
without
you
all the
perceive each other
letters
to
on
have.
it.
That one?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, I got like a -1 on my charisma. So.
I was just like, shoot, where do I
So, you guys, just so you know on the map, you guys enter on the other side from me where the skull is.
So are we just rolling a flat 4 dice?
Flat 4, roll, highest is 18 that you can receive. Roll 6 times, let me know what they are.
Giving us all nine. So over here?
You guys enter along that roadway on the other side.
Right here.
No, from me,
So that one there.
by the skull.
Oh, that's away from the star. So that one over there.
Okay, so we're at that gate?
You're in between the edge of the map and that gate.
Okay.
And the gate is
So
going
you
in,
accept
right?
that.
Yes.
Let's
Alright,
go to the gate.
Oh,
Oh,
let's
right,
go to
right.
the gate.
So, you guys walk toward the gate,
Just 4?
and as you guys get to the gate,
So if you roll 4 6.
you see a gaunt-looking gentleman in what looks like Victorian-style clothing.
Did you guys just start?
Yeah.
Just started.
Because we all had like go run and do shit.
Cool. I don't
So-
feel so bad about being
What kind of what we were doing getting his costume?
Where's your brother?
Okay,
Right there.
we have to minimize the chatter so we can get as far into this as we can. Okay.
Yep. So we're probably keep your mouth shut
I
and do
love
what you
it.
need to do.
So, you guys proceed toward the gate. You see a
Nice.
gaunt gentleman in Victorian clothing waiting at the
What is
gate,
yours?
seemingly expecting.
Hey,
Okay.
Wilmot.
He
I'm
says,
gonna get.
"Welcome. This is for you." He hands
Oh
you what
boy.
looks like a
Okay,
sealed
not
letter,
off to a good start.
I think
and then he
That's
walks
a
away
7.
back on toward into the interior of this land.
Alright, I'm
Why are
opening
you
the letter up.
You open the letter.
Why is she?
All right.
You're not from Sailor Moon.
Oh, what the heck does it freaking say?
What you read is, "My friends, know that it is I who have brought you to this land, my home, and know that I alone can release you from it. I bid you dine at my castle so that we can meet in civilized surroundings. Your passage here will be a safe
Are you
one.
kidding me?
I await your arrival. Your host, Strahd von Zarovich."
Say the name again. Sorry.
11.
Strahd von Zarovich.
Zara.
And you are given, on the second page of this letter, a simple map of the area
Here's the map, guys.
Okay.
with basic landmarks of any villages or towns that are in the area, as well as a specific castle.
So, he wants
So
us
the
to go
book-
to his castle, so we might as well start heading there through the village.
Kind of sketchy.
Just saying.
Let's do the sketchy thing.
I mean, he brought us here, and the only way to
Free skills?
return is through him.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean,
We're gonna pause right here for just a moment.
Alright, got a bouncing board.
When you said the
Those
devil,
two.
I was thinking
Okay,
about
so
the
put in your modifiers.
I don't know what those are.
So 13 is a +1. 16 is a +3. 18 is a +4. 9 is a
That's
-1.
not bad.
And +3. Your two highest are what you're highest on your saving, or what you're proficient in your saving throws. So you have an intelligence, or, and now that you have matching it, you can choose either charisma or constitution.
How you're attracting items?
Oh yeah, whatever you have in your life.
Oh. I have a sphere. I have a little.
Okay.
So not really
toy pitchfork.
They're using their stats like a real thing.
Are they toy staffs?
Well, they're using their canes, but here's the trick with the canes. Since the canes are not considered battle-made canes, they can use them as a weapon, but they have a 50% chance of damaging the weapon.
Oh yeah.
So
Everyone has an unarmed strike that uses your strength modifier, and it is a 1d4 damage.
Hunter.
Anyways, did you get your stats roll?
We need to get those guys.
Okay. What did you roll for Stetson?
Oh, mine is 15, 12, 12, 12, 13, 16.
15, 12, 12, 12, 13, 16?
Yeah.
Make one of the 12s a 9.
A what?
A 9.
And what did he roll for you?
11, 14, 14, 15, 14, 12.
Make your 11 a 9.
Oh boy.
That's about right.
That's my strength.
That's about right.
What? Is that a -1?
What?
A 9 is a -1.
Oh boy.
What? 9 is a -1.
Yeah, that's what she asked.
And every bonus starts with the even number. So 10 is 0, 11 is 0, 12 is 1, 13 is 1, and so on and so forth.
and then
It's a
2. And that's based off of what they thought.
15, is that also +2?
Yeah.
If you want to do it beat 16,
It's not supposed to be what I think though. So
Nope, it's what other people perceive you.
I rolled
so glad you think that I'll survive. Thanks.
Can I make one of mine higher?
Hey!
Nothing says that you won't survive this.
Hey, you
We
can hold your liquor.
exactly.
yeah, but you need wisdom in order to survive.
We
Oh,
put
so you need wisdom for your street smarts.
Modify
Yeah, we
one.
put wisdom for your street
Same
smarts.
thing, you
So
just have
my
your plus
highest
one
is a
to
+2.
your
Christian, we
Yeah.
promise we love you.
My highest is +3.
Until
Yeah,
it's
but-
supposed to.
What did everybody else roll?
They got highs and lows.
We all have a 9.
Yeah, we all have a 9.
Everyone has a weakness.
And apparently mine is my intelligence.
My highest is a +2. Should I make it like a +3? No?
What was your highest number?
A 15.
Okay, make it a 16.
Oh, my highest.
Oh, and your speed is 30.
My highest was 18.
Good job.
22.
Your AC is 10 plus your dexterity.
Arcana.
Speed is 30.
And your hit points was
6 plus your constitution modifier.
Do you choose 3 of these based on?
Oh, just
You-
base
I
with
know
no...
that.
yeah.
So
No, not
don't
only
think
or
Arcana
just
because magic isn't
No,
I know that.
Your base is 6.
I get to pick my own.
She could pick Arcana if, like, if you're a Wicca.
So
You
saving
believe in
throws
that
and
holy,
skills.
Then you could do
Wicca would be
that.
more religion.
Cool. Saving throws and skills.
Technically,
Saving throws are your two highest. If you have a tie,
rituals and stuff, so
then you pick
technically
one of the two.
It's just kind of
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Skills are what you think you are skilled at.
because
And you get
your skills
You get
are not
3
based off
skills
what
that you
I
think that
know
you're
that.
proficient in.
So,
are based
okay.
off you.
Bree and I were instrumentalists, so we chose.
Like, nobody,
A skill.
I believe, is good at lockpicking, as far as I know.
I
So
feel
sleight
like-
of hand would be or pickfocketing.
I feel like for you.
So I would feel like
I
nobody would probably be good at sleight of hand.
I mean, I don't have to be a doctor.
So you hope.
I feel for you, you'd definitely be performance, Nessa. Definitely performance. It doesn't have to be like us performing other things. You being crafty. That definitely.
Persuasion.
She's definitely good at persuasion, I'd say that.
I did persuasion
3.
So
3 skills.
So what did you put? What do you have so far? So I would definitely put performance. I would definitely put persuasion for you.
Survival.
Insight. What's more?
I can't survival on a
It says
negative
that your
1.
intuition,
So
like,
if I roll a proficiency,
You
it's
just
still
have no
stupid.
bonus.
I have no bonus.
kind of
So
no
it's stuff that you
Definitely
think you're good
insight
at. That's all. Anyways,
insight knowledge.
Exactly.
Nature.
I have moments of pleasure.
Nature, really? Why?
Whatever whenever I know nature,
Okay.
I will things.
Not really.
nature would be like biology.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
That's
Animal handling would be like handling dogs.
How are we figuring out hit points?
It's 6
Most maybe a little
plus
survival
your
constitution.
Yeah.
constitution.
If you've got wilderness survival skills,
What about like
put
my
survival.
I just don't know about
16.
Barnes.
What would like creative skills fall under?
6 plus
Performance.
I've got
Still shit.
Mine's
Well,
only
it's not
8,
like
so-
a performance, it's like crafting.
That's what we put it as.
Oh, can I just give myself a tool proficiency instead?
No.
Oh.
Just
How
3
are we
skills.
Figuring out
We
the
put-
class.
You can craft
Straight
it
up.
without
You don't have tools. The only gear we have is what you are have on you right now.
Yeah.
So your
That's
glasses
We're
and
not
your outfit.
considering it.
I have my backpack with me.
Everything in your
Whatever,
backpack
everything's in your
counts.
backpack.
I have a knife with me.
That works.
Because your clothes
Put
don't
it as your weapon.
You have an extra weapon.
Initiative is your dex modifier.
I only have 2 people.
I know. I was really upset that
Speed is 3.
I was gonna put my gun on today. I was like, damn it! I should have worn my gun.
Everyone's hit dice is 1d6.
Okay.
I don't know.
What would it?
Everything that I
Let me show you
tried to use, I was told
the
not to use, so.
determine.
Sandu. Oh wait, that's not.
That's
I mean,
your
it is where I
equipment,
want
but
it.
you can put your weapons up there. So,
Well, this is where I meant. But
so first one you should put on armed.
I also have.
Would this count as a full dagger?
It counts as a knife. You put it as a knife.
What's this
I
damage?
mean, 1d4 plus your
I got a
strength
Sandu,
modifier.
so
Oh,
I'm using it.
1d4 minus 1. My strength modifier is minus 1.
Yeah,
Can't you use your dexterity on a knife?
not in this. Unless you are proficiently skilled in knife combat.
Nope.
which
Have you taken specific training on how to fight with a knife?
Technically,
Yes.
yes.
technically, but
So you've taken classes on how to fight with a knife?
Listen, I know how to fight
Okay,
with
then you
my
can use your dexterity.
sword.
my dex is still shit, so it doesn't matter.
What do you use your attack on?
I know these samurai
so
swords.
your proficiency 1 plus.
That's not a knife,
And then
that's a
this
sword.
one,
I'm just saying.
this one almost
And my damage would be 1 to
gas station.
4 plus 2.
So hit those with 1d6.
So what are we classifying that as?
Attack is
It's gonna hit the same
your
as this one, right?
it's your strength modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Mom,
So 2.
whenever I
So
do
plus 2 for your attacks.
Do I do
dinner
it?
with the other TV movie.
And it's 1d4 plus your strength.
Would training in martial arts
Plus
give any like bonuses to unarmed combat?
Nope, not right now.
She wouldn't be proficient in it.
Well,
She's a purple belt.
okay, being able to fight unarmed is great. But the whole thing is that you're not going to get an extra bonus just for being skilled in it.
Well, you
Well,
will
I
on your
just didn't
attack
know,
bonus.
like,
You're
as far as, like,
proficient
a-
and unarmed.
Well, I'm giving everyone their
Sure.
proficiency bonus on it anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so what else?
I have to give the game some sort of balance so that you guys have a chance of even fighting anything in here.
Okay.
Otherwise, you guys will just get walked all over from the first thing you encounter.
Okay.
Doesn't your
Then
move
it's
start
50%
What
chance
other
of
ones?
it.
Same thing as plus 2, and then it's 1d6
But
plus your
It's
strength.
340.
I know, and it's a 20-minute
How do you
drive.
know about?
Well,
And
Or
then
18
what's
minutes.
the
The previous turn.
50% chance of damage?
But
For the cane, it has a 50% chance of damage every time you attack.
Okay.
Alright, I got
Oh,
it.
I'm not understanding.
Okay. Bring us back later.
I got it. I thought I missed it, but I guess I don't.
What are you not understanding?
I don't have anything that's
If we have like
she
a
doesn't
let's say
understand the skills.
I thought I did because I thought that I was good at this, this, and then she's saying that I'm not, so.
So, okay, you don't have to take Mike's suggestions. You can be like, whatever you think you're good at, put it down.
That's
Choose
what I
3.
thought.
That's it. Simple.
The
So-
only reason I set the medicine
like-
thing is because you
like
were saying about the
painting
pills and
something,
stuff, and I was
for
like, it's not
instance.
based off what's
No.
in your gear.
would be
I
like
know
performance.
that. and
It
I've
doesn't
always
matter
said
what
that
your
I know
gear
that.
is. It
And
just
I
matters
know
what you
that.
think you're skilled in.
But like, I'm a mom. I take care of everybody when
Yeah,
they
so you're
get
the
medicine.
medicine.
That's what you want.
Oh, I have a first aid kit in my.
No. So then that would go in your.
Nessa?
Then that would go in your charge.
Don't
like
listen
your
to me then. I don't know what I'm
gear,
talking
your
about.
Okay, I
charge
need to
is
write
like-
down everything I have in my desk.
What am I supposed to do with that?
Do what you want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can I go up this way or do I have to go
If
upstairs?
you go out that way, just pull the curtain on the cabinet side.
Oh,
Yes.
can I punch a tree?
Would you like to right now?
I wouldn't do it.
Okay, go ahead and go punch a tree. Roll an attack. Roll a d20.
Great start.
Okay, I don't know what to
You're mad at someone. You're hurt. Punch a tree, you get hurt.
I don't know what my other one
Plus
should
your
be.
strength.
Well, plus his attack modifier for his unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Is it
So
on-
look at your unarmed strike on your character sheet.
No, for animal handling.
In the middle of that, what does it say?
Maybe even inside.
I could be good at hiding. That would be stealth.
He's confused.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle of the character sheet, you
Yep.
see where it said unarmed?
Yep.
What's that number?
Dead.
2?
So 5.
So add 2 to your number on your dice.
5.
You got 5. Okay, you hit the tree. You do no damage to the tree,
Okay, one.
but you skin your knuckles.
Okay, I'll do stealth.
Should I switch any of these?
It hurts.
Investigation and survival? I do think I would have.
Well,
some
obviously
survival
it'll
skills.
hurt.
Do you think investigation?
Actually, he wasn't.
Okay, so
Okay, I'll just keep it at this. Oh, perception.
Real
I
life
feel
too
like I
hot.
would.
anyways,
I don't have a one.
I would have won.
Okay.
But investigation uses intelligence.
Oh, so Wiener had the papers.
so you guys have the letter.
Yep.
What would you guys like to do? Also, you guys are in the group.
So we just woke up one day here.
You guys were starting your session to go against the dragon cult, sitting at the table, getting ready to roll your first perception checks, and everything went black. And you wake up here.
And we were just given a letter by somebody that said that they brought us here and they would like us to come and dine in their castle, and basically he's the only one that can take us home.
Assuming that that individual that gave it to us is the one who actually brought us here.
Yeah, true.
From what you can tell from the environment around you, it is very foggy. You have a viewing distance of roughly 30 feet here and there, and then usually it starts to fade into the fog.
Nothing I'm not used to.
Especially at beyond the gate. It's thicker fog inside this territory that you're entering.
That's what I said. I mean, they had to give me a 9 somewhere because I really got it. But
So,
Your 9 placement was not my choice. That was pretty funny though.
it's just that half of the freaking things require wisdom, and so it kind of screws you.
So are we like in a forest?
you're on a road, a well-traveled road from what it looks like. You entered in between what looks like a very large territory-level wall with a large gate that seems to be cracked open and ruined. Behind you, the other direction, you saw what looked like the edge of a forest with a thick fog
You don't need one.
permeating the forest beyond. So you have no vision into the forest. You can just see scattered trees along the fog.
So we're on the roadway right there, off of their side of the table's map, right?
Yep.
Basically.
You
Right
just
with the
got to
skulls
the gate.
chest.
Want some candy?
I'm gonna go get more schools.
Right. Oh, is there a gate there?
No,
It's hard
So
to see.
here's
Yeah, it's fine.
here's where you guys are.
Because there's only Oreos.
So you guys, if
Yeah,
I
the
can
ones
get
I
this to aim,
Are they pretty good? Do you like
are
them?
right there.
I just take off down the road.
I say we just, yeah, because we were just saying let's just go through. So on the map, does it show us where this castle is, like how far it is from where we are?
Yes.
Alright. So I say we head towards the castle.
The castle is right near the center of the map,
Yeah, maybe
just
those will have
closer
the
to where you guys
So
are.
you get pretty much
Yeah, because we don't have our cell phones. Yeah.
You pull out your cell phone, Google. Hey Google.
I have an iPhone.
So the castle is right here,
Okay.
and this is the nearest town that you have on the map.
Okay. Let's head to town and find out where the hell we are.
We don't know there's a town. All we see is a road and a wall.
We have a map.
They just
Oh.
received a simple map that shows them primary points of interest.
Yeah. So let's go to the town.
That's where I'm headed.
So you guys walk down the road toward the village,
Okay.
and so tall shapes loom out of the dense fog that surrounds everything. The muddy ground underfoot gives way to slick, wet cobblestones. The tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings. The windows of each house stare out from pools of blackness. No sound cuts the silence except for mournful sobbing and echoes through the streets from a distance.
Oh hell.
By the way, any phobias or fears that your person has, you have in the game. So act like you in this situation.
Yes, I'm only afraid of spiders, really.
Just
I
so,
have a
just so
phobia of
everyone's
holes.
aware.
I love spiders. Snakes and spiders.
Unnatural
We're okay.
holes, I should specify.
Well, that's
No.
why you freaked
No,
out.
I
when
also don't like the whole ghost situation.
So, this is what
Can
you
I
guys are
also have
experiencing
a
as you are
dog?
entering the
Phobia of it,
entrance
but
of
it-
town.
I mean,
I can't handle it.
if I saw a ghost, I'd be like,
I'm scared of clowns.
what do I do?
Clowns are pretty scary. If they look like Pennywise.
Clowns and mean
Except for sharks.
animals.
So we just hear moans and so
You hear distant sobbing in the town, and that's the only thing that
Sobbing.
cuts the silence.
So you're making a difference between just being scared of something or
If
like
you-
having
okay,
a,
okay,
like
it's one thing.
straight up.
It's one thing to be
40%
apprehensive to enter something because you don't know what's going on. It's another thing to have a phobia of something, where like you see a spider and you freak the fuck out. Now you can try to
What if I
will yourself to push with a wisdom save.
I'm sorry I screwed you.
I don't like spiders.
No, I have fear.
I don't have a fear of anything that's currently going on,
So
I
currently,
said
you
you
guys
go,
are
yeah.
walking into what
I
what
hate
sounds
clowns.
like a
Circus.
lightly occupied town,
Okay. And someone's crying.
and you hear sobbing in the distance.
See, I'm that person that would just go and find out who the hell is crying.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
I would too.
Me too.
If you guys would like to locate where the sound is coming from,
Yes.
roll me a
Maybe
perception
not.
check.
Which one do I?
not too bad.
Which one do I?
14.
D20.
14.
Yep.
I want
16.
to know who's crying.
What'd you get?
16.
No, I played this game. You don't go towards that sound.
16.
Towards what?
The crying sound. You do not go to that sound.
Thanks. Just sitting.
I had a 16 and then
I just want to figure out where it is. I didn't say I was going near it.
You got a natural 20?
Is that what I landed on 20?
Yeah.
Okay.
Natural 20.
10.
You guys can hear it about 3 buildings into town on the right. It is coming from that building.
I want to go to it.
Like I'm spooked by the fact that we hear it. Out of
Hunter's
town.
character starts walking
Like
towards the
she's
house.
wailing.
She's wailing.
The sobbing.
I mean, you have to be sobbing pretty loudly for us to hear
You
you
need the song.
out of the building and down the street. Right.
Can I eat one of my
So
candies?
I don't
Yeah.
want to go.
means that we all have this D&D background where we play
No, in
games,
the
and we're.
game.
I'm kind of just assuming that that's what this has turned into. Where's the nearest tavern?
Roll me an investigation check.
I also want to go near the tavern. That
Yeah.
would be a good idea to me.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Cole,
Yes.
can I eat one of my candies in the game?
See that?
Yeah.
Don't ask dumb questions.
10.
You eat one of your candies.
He thinks that what he has on him, he has to use in game.
You said investigation?
Just eat your food, dude.
Just eat your food.
Because I have a -1.
What'd you get?
It's good to see you.
11?
I only got a 6. And I'm proficient in it, so that's something I rolled.
Yeah, I rolled pretty
I
good.
need you to just go a little bit.
Venturing into the town, do you guys just pass the building with the sobbing coming from it?
We definitely should just pass.
I'm just
If he's telling me I should pass it, probably.
ignoring it because it's not my problem.
At the same time, I'd be
My
kinda
problem is
curious.
that we've been drug into some place that we don't belong,
Crying,
and
so...
I need a stiff drink to
Is
get
a window
past all
open?
of it.
Is there a window open?
Yeah, is there a window
Is
next
why
to that
we
building?
can
There is
hear
a
it?
window on the second floor that is cracked open, and you can hear the sobbing coming through the window.
We can't see into
Someone
it.
climb up there and go
But
take
it's
a
all
look-see.
there's no
no.
lights.
That would be me.
There's no lights in the house.
Yeah?
It's dark.
Okay.
Yeah, no, then I definitely wouldn't go
If
inside.
it's just
I
like
would
dark in
just
there and I
pass.
can't see somebody
I'd
like with the
pass.
light on, then I would not.
Yeah, I would not go.
Okay.
Wait, do
So
I
you
have
guys
shoes on in the game?
Walk further into town. You pass a small crossroads just beyond her home, and you continue straight, and you reach what looks like a town square.
Yeah.
And to your right, just kitty corner to the streets, you see a large building with a sign in front of the door that says "Blood of the Vine" on it.
Sounds like a vampire thing.
Sounds like wine.
I walk in.
It says "Blood of the Vine," and then as you approach the sign, you can see a worn bottom section that says "Tavern."
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I walk in.
Yeah. I go in. I have 45 cents in my bottom
As
of
you
my
guys
backpack.
walk through the door, a single shaft of light thrusts illumination into the main square, its brightness looking like a solid pillar in the heavy fog. Above the gaped doorway, a sign hangs precariously askew, proclaiming this to be the Blood of the Vine Tavern. You enter the door, and you see what looks like a younger man with blonde hair standing at the bar. And you see 5 or 6 people currently sitting in what looks like a dour expression on all their faces, drinking, eating here and there,
Did I go in?
quiet.
Yes.
I went in.
The man looks up, looks at you, and he goes, "Ah, outsiders. Welcome. What can I get you?"
There are
I
children.
would like to know where we are first.
How many coins do you have?
There are
Welcome
children.
to the town of
3 dimes
Barovia.
and like a nickel.
Where's that?
4 dimes
Well-
and a nickel. I think. Let me double check.
You guys,
What children are you in a bar?
I'm guessing the
I
Lord
also have a shirt.
summoned you.
Iridescent crop
More or
top.
less.
So
That's what we
maybe
assume.
someone will buy it.
We get outsiders on occasion that the Lord brings.
Can I use
Um,
my backpack and that, but I don't have
Someone
it.
The land itself is called Barovia, and we are the capital city of the area.
I have
This is
literally
your-
nothing but my costume and clothes.
We'll bust up some next time.
Yeah, okay. Get me some a cupcake and some chips or something.
Do you want a drink?
Yes.
There's no cup.
I am guessing you don't have money of our kind.
Nope.
No, but we have fees to trade.
candy.
I'm willing to work for a beverage, though, that I need to drink before I work for it.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I just got this at Anime Bonsai.
I don't want
It's like my
to
favorite thing. It
hassle the
I
Lord
know
in
this
any way
sounds
or
weird, but it kind of smells
make.
like my cat.
Who is this Lord? Like, Christ Almighty.
I don't
I
want
have
to
2 big.
make ripples, if you know what I mean. So,
Start. Fine.
Well,
Start.
one is
your
big, almost the exact size.
your food and
which
drink
is
for today will
a
be
bear.
Uh huh.
What do you have
Much obliged.
to eat?
I
Wait,
think
what just happened?
We have various preserved
We
meats,
said hold on to the
cheeses,
Oh.
some vegetables and fruits, but our land doesn't grow them as easily, so we don't
Ales,
have as many.
meads,
We have
what are we talking?
we have some ales, meats, wines.
Yeah, do you have wine? That sounds delicious.
What type of wine would you like?
A Moscato?
I
A
think
Chardonnay?
old school,
You have to describe the drink.
like a red or a white.
I know. But I would just say it.
They
They
actually
expect
have
people to
50
know.
cents.
Can I have water?
Sure, I'll get you something.
Just bring me like one of every wine you have, and we'll go from there.
Whatever your strongest ale is.
Very well. You?
The beer, ale, whatever.
Very well.
Ale is beer.
How about you, Matt?
Shot of whiskey. Five of them.
All right.
For children. We
Milk
should.
or water for the children?
Probably soda.
Did you say you
Milk.
have...
What is
I would just like some water.
What is
Free, I love you. Oh my gosh.
Me? Me? I would just expect that.
Soda, probably.
And
I would just like some water.
and how about you?
Something sweet and alcoholic.
Meat.
Very well.
Can I have some soup?
The other gentleman.
What juice?
Ale.
Do you have anything apple rum-esque?
I have something sweet or something more of this type of ales.
Oh, okay. So probably the sweet drink
Very
is
well.
what you would want.
He heads behind the bar, fashions a large serving platter full of tankards and glasses, fills them all up with various drink.
What a state.
And are you guys sitting at the bar or sitting
Yeah,
at a table?
that's where I'm sitting.
At the bar.
All right,
Can I sit there?
Turned out looking across everyone.
all right. He sets one of the tankards to you, a tankard to you.
I better specify. I'm sitting at wherever the end of the bar is so that I can see the rest of the room.
That's fine. He gives each of you a tankard of ale. Gives you 5 small wooden shot glasses of a amber-colored liquid. Smells similar to whiskey.
What cheese?
Smells similar.
Not quite the same, but you can smell the hints of
Oh, I
what
think
whiskey
so.
would have in it.
You want cheese?
He brings you 2
Okay.
glasses of wine, a dark and a light.
Oh boy. Here we go.
He brings water to the children. He brings you what looks like a tumbler cup made of wood that he hands you of a soft yellowish amber liquid,
Okay.
as well as
I'm gonna go back up to the bartender and ask him for some cheese. Whatever cheese.
We're
he
at the
was
bar,
thinking
so
of.
you just
Oh yeah,
ask
we're
him.
just here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm also gonna ask him do you know of any like trading posts or shops in the town?
well, Bildreth's Mercantile is just across. I'm guessing the road you entered from.
Okay.
To the south. They would be able to sell you any provisions you wish to have, or barter a deal if you have something of value to them.
Okay. Thank you.
Any candy
I take the
you
cheese
have
and I take it over to
would
Hunter.
be considered like
Here's your cheese.
a primo confection fit for royalty. Just throwing that out.
Oh, I give you my 50 cents.
Okay.
It's just based off stats.
To see if you can
He
turn
brings
it
up a
into
small
more
plate of sliced cheeses for you to try. Anybody else would like anything
Oh, the
else?
cupcakes are in the
Yeah,
fridge.
cheeses, meats.
Is
Sorry,
your
not from
proficient-
I would
Very
like
well.
some
Bread.
cheese.
I'll be back shortly. And he heads
like
off
there
to
is
the back
actually
room
some
for a
bread.
moment.
Do you have carrots?
Yeah, I have
And
to
comes out with
I wonder where
plates
Travis
for
is.
everyone of
Does
some
anyone know if Travis is coming tonight?
dried meats,
He's not.
cheeses.
He made other plans. He forgot about it. So.
Chicken legs.
+3.
Okay, you guys good?
And then that's
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Your strength is negative.
I
Bring
would
you
like-
guys various plates of cheeses and meats, nuts, some various small vegetables.
Is there
Just a
carrots?
little mixing of everything that they have available.
So
Yes.
Carrots?
what
Yes.
you want to do is
Yeah.
Manage to barter for
skills
some
that
food,
you
sounds
think
like.
you're good at.
Well, they didn't want to destroy.
Most of the ones you're good at, you do the
Kind of disturb.
modifier.
Not disturb.
Or it's
What's the word I'm
The
looking
layer.
proficiency, and then just whatever
Meow.
these are, you like
Cause
pluses.
cause
Make
oral,
ripples.
cause
He
beef.
didn't want to make ripples.
There you go. That's the word.
You knew what he means.
Yeah.
So, like,
I'm
you
gonna
look at
chug
mine.
my drink and have Stetson go with me to the shop.
Okay. There's mine. And then there's the
Okay.
3 that I'm proficient in.
It's
So
a
there's one
basic
extra,
mead.
And then you just write the pluses on it.
Seems a little strong.
Uh-oh.
Not until later.
But you guys head off to the mercantile.
So you pick 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You exit the tavern, head south, and you can see a larger, a building of similar size but different configuration, just to the south of the square. And it says right above the door, creaking on its hinges, it reads Bildreth's Mercantile.
Oh, good old Bildreth. No?
What?
I will continue to converse with the bartender and determine what this lord is about, or laird, or whatever you want to call him. Like,
Next.
just general information. If you
He
what
gives
might
you
know.
some vague information that he knows about the Lord, but the Lord is often very solitary in his keep. He doesn't come to visit very often to the town. He usually sends one of his servants of kinds, and they handle things for him.
Is there...
You know, they wouldn't know any of the songs.
But
that
he's
we
been
know.
the Lord here for as long as he remembers.
I wonder if I should put some points in performance instead.
Start
Proficiency in
singing
performance
some Britney
instead.
Spears and confusing the crap.
Start
out of people.
singing some like Imagine Dragons. That's
So as you guys enter the
we were listening
the
to
mercantile-
I'm singing along to it.
I know that.
you can see a gaunt-looking human.
Out of one of these and put it in performance. Which one would it be? Only thing is,
So-
my performance would only be a plus.
Various items throughout the shop, and as you guys enter, he looks up at you and goes, "Ah, more outsiders.
More outs.
What do you want?"
We have some very fine goods to trade that I think you will be quite interested in, unlike anything you've ever seen before.
Apparently, much of candy.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Roll me a perception check, just for fun.
For shits and giggles.
9.
A 9.
Yeah.
I'm there too, so. Nice. Very nice. 20, not natural.
20 not natural? You don't notice, but as you're walking behind her, as she's talking to this merchant, you look off to one of the shelves, and you swear you just saw a tape, like one of those old Sony Walkmans
Oh my god.
from like the 80s, just sitting on the shelf.
We're at an interdimensional pawn shop, is what you're saying.
And as you look a little bit closer, you can see various items from other eras, but a lot of them don't seem to be functional in any way. They just seem to be placed there as items of worth.
Am I still in the bar?
Interesting. Well, that sucks.
You could probably still trace some
What would
shit.
you like to trade for what? Also, just so you know, the gear in here, like any normal gear from the player's handbook, anything less than 25 gold pieces worth of items are here.
Or what?
Or here.
So if you look
Anything that
through the
would be
if you
less
look
than
through the
25
basic
gold
equipment in the player's handbook, anything that's worth less than 25 gold is here in the shop.
Okay, so let me see everything I have in here. Let's see. I'll take. So I have a Tiana sticker. And...
He doesn't seem interested.
I put 50 cents worth of coins. There's like 3 dimes, or 4 dimes and 2 nickels.
Ah,
50 cents.
outside coin, eh? We'll see what you can afford with it. What would you like? That's the question.
Are there any just, are there any hammers? There's my hammer. It's a big hammer.
Well, if you check your player's handbook, you can see how much like a weapon version hammer is. If it's worth more than 25 gold, it's not there. Basic hammer for like working on a house or something, yeah, it's probably there.
Can I explore the bar?
Absolutely.
I don't know about light hammers, maybe if they're less than 25 gold piece.
I'm gonna pick out a warhammer. Can I afford that with this?
How much is it worth?
Oh,
What's it
well.
say in the book?
Oh, it's worth 15 gold pieces.
15?
Uh-huh.
Then yeah, there's one there. He looks at the coin and he's like,
Do I have any money?
got more?
And I give him this very incredulous look like, do you have any idea how much this is? Can I roll a persuasion?
How much did you put down?
50 cents. There's 4 dimes and 2 nickels.
What'd you get?
Oh!
How much is some
50 cents. At least what your world calls them. Shit.
How much do you think?
Well, sir,
In my world, that would be worth 5 gold.
That's better than I thought.
Yeah.
If you've got
I was gonna say like 5
if you've
copper.
got 100 more cents, then we could make a deal.
I take out my iridescent crop top.
Oh my god.
Ooh, yeah. Get your wife in that, huh?
Voluptuous.
Yeah.
That's quite a fine silk you have there.
Very high quality.
What are you looking to get?
What am I looking to get?
What do you want?
Yeah. You can also.
Why did you come here if you didn't have an idea of what you wanted?
I don't know.
Sneak by you.
She wanted to explore the
Let me look at
town.
the weapons as well.
Get yourself out.
Where did you open it up to?
Are you
Whereabouts is
using
it?
those blue dice there,
A
Alex?
little more than half. I bought my smartphone. Right. I'm sure you've seen one of these, right?
Ah, another magic stone, eh? With limited lifetime.
What did you give him?
I have my cell phone. It's only limited because
The money
you
that you
don't
have.
possess the power to recharge them.
Yeah, but what use is it once the power's out?
Well, if you can find a way to recharge them, the uses become unlimited.
Yeah, well, I don't have a magic purveyor that I can just go to find charging ability for it, so I'm not interested. I'm sorry.
Stick it in a potato.
I look
Yeah,
around
you
the
stick
store.
it in a potato.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around the store and be like, oh, I figured you come across all sorts of things. I figured.
But I fell for that trick a couple of times for things that use magical power to run them, and then they ran out, and I wasn't able to use them anymore.
You got robbed.
I don't fall for those
Babe, we
tricks.
should get you a
Warhammer.
we should get you a gaming set.
You guys and your gaming sets.
I'm gonna make my way over to the same shop.
It's
Okay.
Christian.
Christian?
Yes.
Oh, it's Chris.
Merchant welcomes you and looks you over, and he's like, "Ah, another one.
What do
That's
you mean
supposed to
by
be.
that?
You're outsiders from another world, correct?
Sure.
Welcome to my shop. What do you want?"
mean the dog hair?
Stuff. Weapons. Armor.
Look around.
Things to play with.
Take your pick, and we'll see what you can afford.
What is your form of currency? Or what are you willing to trade for?
Gold, silver, and copper
No.
is our form of currency.
Keep going. Keep going.
Of course,
And
I was gonna say, what is going?
whatever you find is of value, we can talk about.
So I look
So-
over and kind of see that they've got their little coin on the table, our money. I'd be like, what is your take on paper form of this?
Doesn't have as much value as I thought it would, but I'll still take it.
Only because it can't be
If
melted down.
anything, I can wipe my ass with it later.
It's messed up, man. I like this guy.
So, can I also be able to use a quarterstaff?
So anything in the
Would that
player's
be
handbook
similar
less,
to a
that's worth
token?
less than 25 gold
Probably. I don't know.
is what he has available in the shop.
So if I've trained with like Vulcan, what would be the most similar weapon to that?
With what?
Like a wooden like practice sword that's like a
He's got
like a
practice.
Japanese
He's got
wooden
practice
sword?
swords. They're more long sword like, or short swords, but nothing Asian.
I mean, a short sword would do 1d6 piercing.
Although as you peruse, you do notice that there is a small tanto knife that is on the spot.
Would that do the same amount of damage as my knife?
Or dagger.
Quit pulling on
Similar.
me.
I think I'm looking for a
He has
short...
also got basic long swords, short swords, depending on
What is a
what their
longsword?
what their worth is.
Oh, a longsword does 1d8.
Mm-hmm.
But what's it
How
worth?
much is how much is long sword worth?
15.
Then yeah, he would have long swords.
Okay. I'm looking for a longsword. And then I also put, I have a pen with blue ink in my backpack, which I'll take out.
Ah, different colored inks. Now we're talking.
It's true. That would be very, very
I have a
expensive.
purple one. But I'm
No,
not
no,
with
there
you
you go.
guys.
Purple would be incredibly expensive. Purple dyes were very expensive to make. That's why they're a royal color.
I have 2 of them. With my bag.
So,
I-
well, just the long sword.
I would also like a tent and some, I guess, kindling, or
And my warhammer.
like a torch, flint and steel,
Put the 50 cents in my warhammer.
and the warhammer.
This is the beer that you went and got.
For the coin, the pen, and the silk shirt.
Yes.
Is that what you went downtown to go get, Chris? Is
And some bedrolls.
Huh?
that what you
You
went
can
downtown
throw
to go
those
get?
into.
Very well, we can do that deal. Takes your stuff. Loads you out with the equipment that
I
you
also
wanted.
put the cupcakes.
Yay, hammer! Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Mike.
So I'm just gonna like walk around the room and point at stuff on the wall.
So you can see items that are roughly
Tent.
from the 1800s
Bedrolls,
to about the 80s.
flint and steel.
In various little trinkets here and there. Like an 80s Walkman, you can see like an old miner's pick from like that actually has a stamp on it for the Pacific Railroad.
I think so.
A few railroad spikes.
I don't think so.
You can see a prospector's pan sitting around. You see a couple like metal toys roughly from the 50s that are sitting around. And then all of
Well,
the medieval stuff that they have
Yeah,
laying around.
that's what I'm looking at, the medieval shit. If I have any sort of perspective of what's going on, like he does, like I'm going for some fucking gear. So I'm going to point at a short sword for 10 gold, a shield for 10 gold, and some medium height armor. It's also 10 gold.
You think so?
Yeah.
Alright. So, the stuff that you have here is worth 30 gold. What do you have to trade?
Oh yeah.
Well, let's see,
Or give me as payment?
I've got 87 cents.
Hey, but if
Okay,
I buy
you have
armor,
8 gold and 7 silver there.
And I'll be like, well, I've got this, you know, it's nice, good metal,
Yeah, feel free
technically
to have
it's
any cupcakes.
power, as you call
Guys.
short-lasting
also
magic, but
There's
creates
cookies too?
Ah,
Like, you know, those soft
magical tobacco?
Yes.
magical tobacco, and it tastes
I
amazing.
see, it's
How long will it last before it runs out of magic?
Just
Day and a half.
I've got a day and a half, couple days.
Well, couple days if you only take a couple of puffs every now and then.
If
You're
you
not
sit there
so
and
you can't-
suck on it, it won't last very long.
Very well.
Can I
Sure.
explore the
You seem robust. Seem you more useful around here than some others I've seen. I'll take the deal.
if you have a
And he takes your change and your vape away from you.
someone to
So as
Metaphorically.
He tries it and coughs really bad and he's like,
so you could buy something.
ow!
it's a bit harsh.
Lightly. Just
Oh, okay.
We do have one more small trinket, if you're willing to take a look. This one does not actually have a expiration. This one will last indefinitely, because the magic is very small.
What do you want for it?
I could use some leather armor.
How much is leather armor worth in the book?
It's like 15.
Roll
10.
a persuasion.
Is it just 10?
yeah, it's light armor.
We need a D10.
Can I go over there?
Hold on.
Let them finish what
Um,
they're doing.
We'll see what we can do, okay?
6.
6? Yeah, you gotta sweeten the pot just a little bit on that one.
Do you have
That's-
anything else I can?
That's pretty and fancy, but it's not really going to do anything useful around here.
I throw in some paper. I mean, it's well-made paper. It's not parchment.
As he
Has like three
reaches his
rings.
hand over, and you see like
Okay.
a whole like stack of parchment that he has sitting on
That was
the
like
side.
Oh,
except if it
okay,
wasn't
I
except
pull
that I
out
would have
a
like
piece of
taken
gum.
off my ring.
Oh, some
Be
gum.
like, what's this worth to you? Nessa's
I've seen that before. Can I try it?
The kids have quarters.
How much
For
more
a
gum?
price.
yeah.
I have some.
How much more gum do you have?
85 cents.
How much gold should I charge for the toilet?
Oh, no.
How much are you willing to trade other than one piece?
Did he see my other 2 pieces?
Oh yeah, you
Okay.
took him out. You didn't do the sly.
I
Let's
said,
see.
did I say long? I said
10
short
gold
sword, right?
apiece.
Yeah.
What?
10 gold apiece.
Only if I get to try a bit of the first piece there. First.
Sure.
Takes about a quarter of it off.
It's Wrigley's mint.
He chews on it for a moment, tastes it. I'll take your whole stock.
It's good for your breath. The ladies will like it. Ladies will love you.
What would be my attack bonus to the short sword?
Okay. I give him 3 pieces.
He gives you
Looks like
30
the
gold.
stuff that
So wait, where are we at?
But you wanted
I give you
the...
10 for the leather armor. Oh, okay.
He gives you 20 gold. 5 gold for the light up stick
Oh, nice.
taken off of the armor.
Oh, okay.
Try not to get 30, okay?
So, because it's 10 gold per piece.
Yeah, so he buys your 3 pieces for 30,
Okay.
takes 5 off for the stick,
Then it's 10 gold from.
and then 10 gold more for the armor.
Okay,
So
so
you
20
get
gold.
20
okay.
gold.
I don't know where to put all my stuff.
What would the attack bonus be for short sword?
Here, I'll just
Is
put
it
it
strength or
here.
dexterity?
I still have a rubber band in here too.
Currently, I would say your strength because you're more of a Mike is more of a strong type.
Yeah. Sure.
So I'll finish my cheese and meat plate and then head off to the same place.
Okay.
Same with me and the kids. I will follow
All you guys
suit.
finish following.
Yeah.
Can
So
I
all the rest
follow?
of you come into the shop, and the shopkeeper kind of stands up tall and back a little bit, and he's like, "How many of you are there?"
This is it.
That's it.
We're taking
Oh.
our
Floor?
Okay.
Did I buy anything else? I just bought armor.
What do you want?
Like,
What do you want?
So I'll walk up and be like, I assume that you have technology and things of our nature already.
I've seen your type, yes. Whether or not the items that I've been traded in the past still work anymore is
So I'm not gonna
Matter of
actually.
question.
I'm not actually gonna go up and grab the crap out of my backpack, but it's there. I promise it is. And I'll set down on the table an unending power source. All you have to do is stick it in the sun.
now you're talking.
It's literally rechargeable battery with a solar cell on top.
How much do you want for it?
You
How about we
He
just
seems extremely excited. He's like, "How much?" And does it connect to everything that takes power in here,
probably, assuming it has,
or magic?
assuming it has
That's you call it
This
power. I
kind
call
of-
it magic.
this kind of port, and I show them basically a USB port. So any of the devices that might have that kind of port.
Oh, so these, and he pulls out a box, and you see like 8 cell phones
Yeah. So all the magic,
of varying age.
all the magic slates. Yes.
A Nokia. Oh, this is.
He has an ancient Nokia.
This is good for armor.
He's got a Razor. He's got a couple of iPhone.
I lean in real close to him. I lean in real close to him, and I'm like,
And
"Hey,
he's got like one one Apple, like
Hey.
no, sorry, Android Galaxy 7.
Okay.
I lean in real close to him. And I'm like, hey, that brick-looking one. Did you get a chance to play the snake game before it died?
I didn't understand how to work it. It took weird clicks on its weird actuating buttons.
So I'm like, charge it up. I'll show you how it works before we leave.
Does he have a cord for it?
If you want to be even more impressed, hit it with a hammer.
Well, I have strings that they gave me with some of these.
I point out the one that goes to it.
I have something to add to
Very
his.
well.
Another battery backup.
I have one of those too.
You have
mine
another
also
storage of magic?
Oh, I have a
flashlight.
I have a plug that goes into the wall, like an outlet.
I have, but he doesn't have.
Oh,
We don't have those.
well, but it has USB to.
No.
Again, how much?
So I'm gonna go and be like, I'll make you a deal. You give me what I need for armor and weapons, and some food subsidies, and you can have it.
For the whole party, just like
Yeah,
you're giving him the ability to recharge all of his
From
stuff.
my phone. Is that black one right there?
Good
He's
point.
very interested.
For me and my friends,
I think so.
I would say make it more descriptive. Basic armor.
basic armor and
Basic
equipment
outfitting for all of you for the spare power source that can be
charged in the
recharged.
sun, yes.
And the other one?
Sorry,
You're willing to give up your power supply?
For me? Yes.
Well, I'm basically gonna outfit the entire group.
Yeah, everybody gets
Okay.
an armor.
Yeah.
So
I'm not
both
giving
of
up my
them
battery
for
back.
outfitting all of you.
And the knowledge of how to make some of these work in your
One of
favor.
those cords will make this last forever.
Done.
I like how I didn't have to give up my battery backup. Thank you.
I have like two more of them, but it doesn't
I
matter.
have mine, so
Again, you guys never mentioned the other stuff,
I
so
have
he
not-
wasn't able to give
No.
the
I've
enticement.
not had to
No.
give her anything.
So we're just
since
giving
I've
you
already
all the
been
shit that we
outfitted,
have, and you're just gonna help us all out.
Not all of it.
Not all of it. Literally, you're giving me that, and I'm giving him my solar-powered battery backup, and that's gonna cover everything to outfit us
Yeah,
with.
so basically just shop.
Leather armor.
So, now, you guys get to pick any of the basic equipment you would like that's less than 25 gold.
I definitely want a short sword. I want a long sword.
That you could feasibly carry.
I want a little
sword.
I want a
He
little,
does have backpacks if you guys
Do you
want to
guys
buy any
want-
backpacks.
Yes.
Do you guys want a weapon or something to protect?
They are
Um,
basic leather backpacks.
that's
They're not
fine.
like
I want
they're not like those nice school backpacks you can buy right now.
but we probably what weapons are there?
Ooh, a scimitar. I'm just kidding. I'm not
Well,
gonna
I'm
carry
keeping
around
my leather back, or I'm taking a leather backpack, but I'm keeping my other backpack
Oh, I
because
have to take my vape away.
it has all that stuff.
And my
I
87
want to
cents.
get
I came in at the right
Does
time.
he have any flashlights with batteries laying around?
He has 2 flashlights, but currently they're like the old 50s style, like
small hand
like
axe.
silver metal ones.
Small what?
hand axe.
They use like D cells.
Yes, they're...
Does he have
much are
D cells
these?
in them?
Nope.
Network?
Do you get
Do you
it?
want, like, a
As
little
if you
or-
play around with it to open it up,
Basically, two that I could just
the
kinda
batteries are
chop, chop, chop.
completely
So-
corroded inside. Looks like they've been
There's the-
sitting in there
you
for
probably want to do
years.
battle axes.
Long
Because those are
sword
versatile
attack
and
ones.
1d8.
Can they
What?
be wielded
Long
one-handed?
sword attack.
They're a martial melee weapon. Yeah,
Your
it just
strength
says versatile.
modifier.
It doesn't say
It's
what
your
it is.
proficiency plus your strength
That's what I
modifier.
thought.
Well, we're not proficient in weapons though.
No. Well,
But I know how to use a long sword. Well,
If
Let's-
you personally know how to use a specific bladed or projectile weapon,
Stick them with the pointy end.
you can use your proficiency
because I
modifier
know
with
how
it.
to use a samurai sword.
Like everyone basically knows how to use a knife,
yep.
Yeah.
so I'm giving everyone proficiency with the knife.
Hey,
Okay.
you guys do.
If you specifically were trained on how to use, let's
Alright.
say, a katana,
For expediency's
you can have
sake,
proficiency in a katana.
for
how it
expediency's
works.
sake, so that we can
Yep.
get through this and move on with the next thing. Let's start here,
Is there
with,
nunchucks?
and we'll go around the table. And I mean, you guys have some stuff, but if you want more,
I basically just picked up a shield.
Knife.
okay. Either way, so I'm gonna go with 2 battle axes.
Okay.
So
Have you taken training?
Should we
on
get
how to
something
use
for
battle
Jesse?
axes? Just so you know.
I know how to use axes and like battle
I've never
axes.
used a
Yes.
crossbow before.
Okay.
I've used like an actual bow.
It just means you won't
Um,
proficiency bonus.
Does Amscar use
I've been
Does
what?
what?
archery
Amscar
before.
count?
You guys want bow spears?
Video games
But it was only,
games
like,
don't count as
summer
skill.
I learned how to do
It has
it.
to be
Just no
physically
hand
or
guard.
efficiency.
You check
Like,
in the park using foam padded swords and shit.
Yeah, I think that would
I know how to
technically.
use a
That would technically
So you
classify a
I
bit,
use a sword,
Yeah.
so.
That
but
would
enough
be
that I would give you proficiency.
or one piercing damage.
Check for a bow. I just want to
You
make sure.
want just a regular bow, a short bow?
He-
Oh,
he-
I know how to use a compact.
Depends on what
It
they're
depends
worth.
on
It
what
has to
they're
be
worth.
less than
That's what I'm
25 gold
Less
for
than
the item.
25. So you
Does he
can
have to
go
be poison
for
or
a short
healing
bow
potion?
or a crossbow.
So I'm gonna go with a short bow.
Do you
Okay, short bow's
personally
1d6.
know what a healing potion is?
I mean,
Other than through basic D&D
Is what?
knowledge?
1d6.
Yeah, 1d6 piercing.
Well, in the real world, you don't have potions that you can just drink and heal.
yeah,
right?
we do. It's called medicine.
It's called
Yeah.
Motrin.
You could,
and
but
Tylenol.
you could mention to him
Pepto-Bismol.
that. Yeah,
Suffolk.
and ask.
Yeah.
Do you have
Okay.
any ibuprofen? Basically, is what we're saying.
Armor.
I have
Light armor.
So
on
Leather.
you want you can
I
do
have
hide
2
armor
healing
like I have,
potions,
which is a medium.
but
Yeah, we'll do hide.
yeah,
they're
'cause that's
only half
basically
dose.
the best you're gonna get.
Okay.
Oh, do we have
Okay.
a modern
Because
medicine?
So
with
it's
us?
1d4
ringmail,
plus
I have
that's
no
not-
Yeah, no.
You'd have to.
I
So
have
hide
Excedrin
armor.
and pills to
Hide
stop
is
pooping.
12 plus your dex modifier.
Nice.
plus my
Those-
dex.
I
So-
think that everybody should carry those.
So
I have
modern.
Midol.
So if you guys have
Motrin.
I
modern
went with
medicine
hide,
with
short
you
sword, and a
in
shield.
your gear, they do special things. They don't like heal you, but they might do something specific. So like if you have Tylenol and you take some Tylenol after you've had a fight, you might get like 1d4 temporary hit points because you have pain resistance.
Could you imagine if he was a girl and you gave her all of our tampons?
That kind of stuff.
I have those too. I have tons. I have quite a few pads.
I'm sure there are women in this town.
That actually works very well as a medical like.
Mm-hmm.
So
I have a tampon in my bag.
I have pads. I put that on my list. So
okay. So we've got the 2 battle axes. What's my attack on that? Or my will you pull up the battle
Proficiency
axes?
plus your strength
Basically just sitting here.
for your attack
So
bonus.
yeah, it's still
It's the same
it's
as
plus
the
2.
other ones.
Will
I
you
don't know what the damage
pull up
is.
the damage for attack or battle axes?
There, it's 1d8 slashing.
what the crap was armor again?
I will.
And just so you know,
Okay.
battle axe has
If
a
you're
handle
versatile,
this long.
then it's
Basic weapon
1d10.
and a shield. Right?
You could start
It's 1d10.
If you're versatile with them, if you are proficient,
Are
you might use
you
them.
are you gonna allow us to use what he was talking about?
If I
as
gave you proficiency with the weapon, you can use the properties of the weapon.
What?
Yeah, which would be 1d10.
1d10.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so
So, but with the battle axe, you can use it one-handed or two-handed.
You can also
That's what versatile means.
so that's what I was
So with one-handed, it's 1d8. With two-handed,
Okay.
it's 1d10.
So it would be 1d8 and then
sharp.
It's because if you're using two, you only get the 1d8 damage.
right. So
so
1d8.
my sword. I know how to
It's
use
a
it.
versatile.
Okay, so I can.
Yes.
Okay. I know how to use a compact though.
I'm gonna take 50 arrows.
Compact bow is you use basic short bow or long bow still.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I mean, other than it just being longer or shorter.
So this would be
I can
plus
go
2 as well.
I just want to know which one that would fall under, short bow or long
I
bow.
could.
Compact bow
Use an
is
archery, have it?
probably
Yeah. Can you find
longer
it?
short bow.
Okay.
50 arrows. I took a leather backpack. A shield.
That's what I'm saying.
The long bow is 50 gold anyway.
Okay.
Other specific
Yeah,
types of shields
short
that we
bow is
need
probably the
to.
only thing. What?
Any
That's
shield,
not the type of shield.
any shield that's picked
It
up
just says
adds the
There's
just
no
adds the. I think
specifics
it's
for
plus
basic.
2.
Plus 2.
Yeah, it's plus 2 to your AC.
Maybe won't.
And then, so your armor class would be
15.
12 plus your dex, and then another plus 2
2.
for the
Yeah,
shield.
so 15.
I like
Let's see, and then I did hide armor, which we already did.
Yeah.
Traveling
Find
cloak.
more stuff upstairs for us to
You
do?
look that up real quick.
Or do you wanna?
get a
That's
stick.
where I was
Do you
at.
wanna order
Tie one
something?
of the
Yeah.
guys together or some Chinese food or something.
Yeah, that's
And like
extra.
shoot rocks with it.
Yeah, there's traveler's clothes, fine clothes, costumes.
What would you define traveler's cloak as?
Just clothes.
Just clothes.
In like cold resistance.
So just traveler's clothes. We'll just call it that, but I'm going to call it a cloak because that's what I want it to be.
This is my second time doing a dinosaur in a row.
Okay.
Is that your
Because
favorite
traveler's
costume
clothes would have a cloak,
that you've done so far?
breeches, a
I like this one.
simple
better
shirt and a
than
jacket.
the skeleton triceratops.
It's pretty cool. It's like kind of Godzilla or like something like that.
Or Char's brother.
Yeah.
Should I pick a few things for Jesse? Just maybe.
Sure.
Excuse me.
Like definitely armor, probably.
Whatever you think she would want.
She would definitely want armor and probably something.
I'm trying to think if there's anything.
I'm guessing
else.
like an axe.
Wait,
Like a big warhammer
mine.
axe.
But she's getting
What kind of
Mine.
foodstuffs does he have?
we probably
Foodstuffs?
Yeah.
Mostly just preserved foods.
So preserved. meat.
Basically the same kind of stuff you got at the bar.
I'm gonna choose the armor or the battle axe.
Anything that can be stored for long periods of time. You could just call them rations,
Okay.
and you could get however many days of rations you want to get.
So I'm gonna get a minimum of
You said you
5 days rations.
Remember, it should be something you know how to use.
Because that'll be a mix of those things.
Have you guys
Does she
learned
know how to use an axe?
Have you guys learned how to use any
Okay.
weapons?
I'm done. Mike, go ahead and tell him so that.
So I'm going to
Nice.
just
No.
to add to the stuff that I already
I
traded
know.
for.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna get
He's
a
pretty good at
backpack,
hitting things.
a
You
crowbar,
could use a
hammer,
club or a
traveler's clothes,
warhammer or something like
a
that,
lamp,
probably.
I'm good at just
and
swinging things and throwing
a
things.
fishing tackle box,
Like, I can-
and a
Throwing
fishing
things, you
pole.
could use. There's lots
Okay.
of things you could do
Because
with
I am
that. There's
proficient
pretty
The
in
cool
barkeep-
ones
barkeep,
you
or
could
the
use, like,
shopkeeper
throw-
also
like,
mentions,
knife,
do you want
slingshot.
some oil for your
Slingshot
knife?
would be good.
Yeah,
Yes.
he
I
has
can-
really
So
good
he gives you an extra,
Huh?
an
He has
extra,
really good aim.
like, flask of oil.
So you should get something long range that you can either throw or like a slingshot.
Yeah, I have my water bottles in my car.
That sounds like
if
something
they-
you'd be proficient
well.
at in real life.
If
You can always buy a water skin.
I was thinking about that, and I was
Have
like,
a
my water
gun?
bottle.
a gun that I could
And
use,
just a
I
spool
would do
of.
it because
you know,
I know how to
50
use a
feet of
Nerf
hemp-
I have my laptop
Rope.
with me. That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm also putting in a
They're
water
pretty much
skin.
the
I
same
forgot about
thing.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Water's
well,
very
a lot
important
more
for survival.
advanced. Just a
Considering I
lot
drink
more
Knives
stronger.
are
kinda like
100 ounces a day.
While they're sorting all of this out, I will
You can
be
throw knives as well,
demonstrating to him how to use some of the devices
I kinda
and
know
showing
how
him how to use how
He
to play
is
Snake.
Okay,
Yeah.
very, very
Okay.
impressed and very, very happy about this. Yes.
The kids and I just want a basic weapon and a shield. He wants some. What did you?
Something I can throw.
5 knives.
You want something you can throw or something you can shoot?
Either one.
Well, he has really good aim, so me and Sarah were talking
I don't know
something.
Do you
what
like a
armor she
crossbow?
wants.
though?
Probably Yeah.
A light crossbow, I
Light
think, is less
crossbow would
than
be
25
less
gold.
than-
No, I think it's 30.
Oh, is it?
No, it's 25.
She would
Light
be able to
crossbow is
withstand
So you would have
something
light
more
crossbows and bolts.
extensive though, like plate
If you wanted to
armor,
use
like-
those.
But it's too much.
So you have
I am going to use the bathroom really quick. I will be right back.
I was gonna do a short
Your
bow
code
too.
EM, so you can figure out the.
I want
I was
to
gonna do a
nice.
short bow too, but because I'm gonna have like the
I think
fishing
that
pole
would be
and stuff
good
like
for
that.
Well,
You also have
that's
to
why I didn't do
consider. You
fishing
also have to
pole, 'cause
consider
I did the short
packets.
bow.
So like,
Yeah.
if
We don't know
it's
how
too
long
much
we're
for
gonna be
you
here, so.
feasibly to carry,
I don't
it's
know
gonna be
how
hard
to
to
use
do.
a bow.
So you have to think about like how
So should we give her
are you
hide
gonna be
armor?
rolling around all this.
In
You
the
know,
game, you do.
Mhm.
It's not whether or not you
We're
know
not
how
gonna be
to
able to
use
continue
it,
till
it's
next
that
one,
you're
so-
good at
And we
Probably
actually
do
might not be able to
Like when
afford.
you throw things, you get it where you
think
want it
about
to
it.
go.
Some of the more
We've got a
heavy
couple
You're
weapons.
hours
good
to
at
go
seeing.
yet.
So
Okay,
that's
so
why
she
you
needs
Fine.
to hide armor, so that's
I know, but we're getting enough
I
rations
am too.
to
So
blast this thing.
I'm
Nice.
plus her dex. So
So
Hopefully.
it's not like a bow that you go like that and then you let go to crossbow.
Yeah, but that takes a lot of aiming and focus.
okay,
And
I
you're,
can't focus on that.
Well, you can't focus very well, but you're really good at aiming.
Christian, how?
So you just
We're
gotta
trying to figure out
press
something.
them.
And for aiming, you only need to focus
I
for
didn't
like
give
a
her the
couple of
hide
seconds.
armor.
You could do that.
A bunch of knives. That's what I want.
I think you'd be good at it. Like even
I
Either
wanted
bow.
a
A
dagger.
bunch of knives in my
You can have a dagger
Short
too.
bow
Okay.
You need
and
to
like
stop
a quiver of
interrupting.
50 arrows.
I'm-
That's
I-
all.
that's what I
right
said. I was like,
I will move on
okay.
to you in a second.
I want a dagger.
Maybe like a quarter staff,
Something I can throw.
depending on whether or not how much it is.
You can do throwing knives.
Quarter staff is.
They're like a dagger, but a little bit smaller, with like a
What was it?
blade that goes out from like
Two
a straight
silver
handle.
pieces.
That's
So
like
yeah,
you
you'd
can
be
just
more
throw
than
it.
able to get it.
Or it's like
quarter
balanced just
staff.
perfectly so you
Oh,
can
yeah,
One or
plenty
two
of those.
silver.
And they usually have like a
Short bow
little
would be
ring
based
so
off
that
your
you can
dex.
Quarter
right?
staff's super
hold
simple to
on to
get.
it and
Those are easy.
So throwing
Short bow.
knives? Okay,
Based
so
off
you
your
want
dex?
throwing knives and you want
Yes.
some kind of armor, right?
Yeah.
Any ranged weapon is based off your
Off your dex.
dexterity, not your
Can
strength.
I like get
Yeah, I decided to do
And
that.
just so you know, for the
Not
kids,
right now.
because they're not technically proficient in any weapon,
Yeah,
they don't get their proficiency bonus on their weapons.
that's fine.
So
Oh,
what is the
okay.
proficiency, or how do we do? It's just +1, right?
Yeah,
There's actually
whatever your dexterity is. or your strength,
Okay.
depending on what you're using.
I put that on there.
No,
So
I
I
don't
put the
think
quiver.
so.
I put
There might be
the
some
short bow,
people
the
that
quarter
like
staff.
that.
Your proficiency you don't use for damage.
Wolf.
Well, but either way, strength.
Christian,
or-
what else?
It wouldn't be like
So
something
you
that
got?
just
Did you get her like a
naturally happens.
backpack?
Okay.
And maybe a traveling
But I
clothes,
don't know
so
for
traveling
sure.
cloak to
Look
keep
it
her
up.
What do you
warm.
want? You want just
I
basic
almost
stuff?
was going to be a, like,
Um,
I almost was going to be able to have red glowing eyes
These are the weapons
and
you can choose
like
from.
this
I
Anything that's
asked
under
him if he
25.
has any books
on me.
Okay.
denoting history or whatnot of their their
you want?
Yeah, kind of.
area.
What did you want?
Like it just goes under my clothes.
Mhm.
And it has
You want,
sleeves
like-
and a hoodie.
Because you're good with chopping.
I have a
Like a rope.
general record of events that have happened here in town.
That's good enough to start. I'll take that too.
And he hands you a small, what looks like a journal.
No, Stetson's costume.
How much is a basic quiver hold?
20.
So I just did 50 total.
That's what we did.
So figure that you're packing away some
Most
of them.
likely,
but-
what you've done is you have your quiver
Yeah.
that holds the 20, and then the other 30 are wrapped in a bundle that are tied to the side of your backpack.
Yeah.
At the other.
That's what I'm like. I know how to use it.
Because they're not your extra ammo isn't necessarily easy access.
Access,
It's
you're
just
gonna have
stored
to-
away.
Tent. One tent.
Okay.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Do they look up
I really
and see
wanted
if
to
it's
do that. I tried it on it.
Below.
yeah? Check to make sure it's below 25.
Tents should be. I think they're like
Net.
10.
Do you want a net since you got a tackle box?
I think they're
No,
like
I
10.
got rid
I
of
gave it
that.
up because we have enough rations to last for the campaign, and then we're not going to be here.
Here.
Wednesday,
And the
so.
longer one.
Can I buy something like this?
Well, and if you ration said rations,
You have a
you make
quarter?
it last longer.
My mom
He'll
did.
trade for it.
It'll be a good chance
You're
for you
about to
to lose
ask
some
him something
weight.
you want. We already get.
Yeah, right.
I would just say get enough tents.
there's any
Let's get
extra
enough
that
tents
you
that we
want?
can.
Like
Let's
a
put a tent
something
on
cool.
everyone.
That's what you want.
I don't think you need to do everyone. Maybe
Can
like
I buy a rope and a
The two kids can share.
4.
Yes. Do you think I would be able to buy a
And each
rope?
tent can sleep 3 or
So
4.
like if we fall down.
So yeah, I'd say like
I'll
4
give her the
tents.
tent.
You can have much more.
I'll just
So
cuddle up with
any
Yeah,
her.
of your
I'd say probably
basic stuff
us,
that
like,
you need.
3
you already
tents.
get
3
for
tents.
the
I'll take
Christian
one.
store.
Mike will take one.
So anything extra
You're
other
fine.
than
You're
what you
fine.
need.
Don't.
Stetson could take one. Make them
So if you want a cool piece of
They did get a
just
Yeah.
one.
Oh, they
Or
did
a
get a
cool
tent.
piece of
I'm not-
clothing.
What?
Or
So
like
total
some
4
sunglasses
regardless.
or like something extra like that.
I'm helping her, and she's getting frustrated at her own self.
It's okay.
If there's like
We're
a
just
toy
here
that
to
you
have
want,
fun.
or
Take your
like-
time.
I know. You might even be able to get like a pet, like a
Slashing.
bird or a dog or a.
Okay. What do you? Okay, you got it.
I'm going to get that. Yes. I'm gonna get like.
For the
You have to
kids,
ask, so I'm not sure if
for
there's
the
any
kids,
stuff in
they
shop,
could just
right?
put
You can
whatever
ask.
dice they need to roll. They don't actually have to put slashing down.
It's okay.
I know
cool.
that stuff.
She
So I
wanted,
feel
like
so
Harry
she
Potter?
wanted a battle axe. He wants the
I love Harry Potter.
knives.
Okay.
Is there pets?
I don't know
No.
how to do
Oh.
throwing knives.
He doesn't have any animals.
There
What?
is
I can't get a
Oh, it
mastiff.
has to
I
be on
mean,
here.
it's
Yes.
only 25.
It has to be something on this list that's less than 25 gold, which is pretty much everything.
I've got some rats in the back. So
No,
you want
I'm
to pick up some of
sorry.
them. I'll give them
That's
for free.
Sword and a
That's
great
nasty.
axe.
You can keep that.
I want a rat.
Battle
I
axe.
want a
Is
rat.
there a pet store here? Like,
The only thing you can use is
Um,
that's ranged is a short bow.
can I go up there?
Hunter. The only
I
thing
give
that
him
you can
one
get
more
is a
charger.
short bow.
So he can
One more
use a
charger,
short
not
bow,
with solar
a
power,
dart,
just regular charger.
or
Or
a crossbow.
darts.
For
or
like-
a crossbow.
Can I get darts?
If he
Darts
takes
is only
100
1d4
gold is fair.
damage, which is fine. It doesn't matter. If that's what he
Yeah,
wants to
sure.
use. It
Okay.
just, that's
Yeah,
fine.
if that's what
There's
you
your
want to
100
use.
gold.
Yeah.
Darts,
Give me
I
a
think,
paper.
are only 1 piercing damage, just 1 flat.
It's fine.
Now that he has a way of charging everything, he's like,
Yeah.
yes, I can sell and buy all this stuff.
shit, Yeah,
Give me a paper.
I just made his day.
And you've given him another business opportunity if he sells any of the modern stuff to
Yeah.
anybody else.
So if we go anywhere else in this little
Very smart
if we
move,
go
sir.
into
Town?
I mean, it just made sense. Like,
What'd you do?
giving him a freaking solar powered battery pack. Because it won't die, at least not for
You might want to treat that
until the
gold,
battery
though,
stops taking a
so you can
charge.
get something.
Yeah.
Because
You
they,
know,
don't, they
but you
might
never
not accept
mentioned
that
that to
money.
him.
No,
Thank you. We're only paying for that. 'cause
So tell
Yeah.
them what you have.
nothing.
Will you do me a
And
favor,
have
Brian?
your mom help
Will you turn those candles on?
barter with him for the coin.
Oh, I forgot that.
We should fill up the thing, or do you not think it's dry enough yet?
I don't know. We can give it a try. Want to take a break real quick?
Maybe I think
Yeah,
it's
we'll take
useful
a
to
quick
do
break.
both.
Everybody sort out what you want and all that stuff, and when we come back, we will continue.
Michael, how much does a
Wait,
short
are we on
bow?
break
How much
now?
damage is a short?
I don't know where Vanessa is.
She's outside.
She'll be back
That could be taken a totally
And we're
different
back.
way. Thanks to Daddy.
Thanks to Daddy, no bitch.
Alright.
Let's get to killing some shit.
So
Yeah, let's get going.
I want to kill a pig.
So,
Something.
where would you guys like to go now?
what does the
It
letter
is-
say? Where are we supposed to be?
You notice that
It's
the
cold. It's
you
like-
notice the daylight is
It's
starting to
cold
fade.
now.
It's starting to get a little bit darker.
What does the letter say again? Do you remember?
Do I remember?
You're supposed to. So we were
Castle,
supposed to go to the
whatever.
castle. We would like us to
I'll just make it
dine
a
there. He was.
Oh, we're gonna be late then if we don't go.
Probably, but
Late where?
Yeah, but
I
looking at
don't-
the road.
Do you
and
want to
the
read
town
it to
that we're
them
in,
again?
I don't think
Yes,
we're
please.
going
It's
to.
a letter
Okay.
to invite us somewhere?
All right,
To the castle.
I'm gonna read the letter one more time because she's reading it to you. My friends, know that it is I who have brought you to this land, my home, and know that I alone can release you from it. I bid you dine at my castle so that we can meet in civilized surroundings. Your passage here will be a safe one. I await your arrival.
So our passage.
Your host, Strahd von Zarovich.
Oh, do we have any rations or dried meats or anything like that?
Yeah, we have basic rations at the gate close.
Okay.
A daily ration, so like 1 day's worth of rations, is a mix of meats, fruits, vegetables, nuts. Stuff that's easily stored and packaged
Okay.
Did you make
so that you
these?
can travel with them.
Can I?
So I'm just gonna put a thing on here.
You just put like however many days worth of rations
Yeah,
that
that's
you
what I
want to
put.
do, because that's what they are.
Just rations.
It's just food.
You're gonna carry the rations.
It's
That's good.
preserved food that you can bring along with you.
Do like 20 rations. Each have 10 days worth of rations.
Can I like try and tame something?
Maybe.
For a while, like a squirrel?
I needed more too. So
Yeah,
we're not ready now.
You have nuts.
A squirrel.
So, we staying here for the night? Are we gonna be rude guests? Or are we gonna try to be on time?
No, we can ask him how far away is the
Right,
castle.
Yeah, how far was the castle?
We'll just
Yeah.
ask the
Well,
shopkeeper.
roughly half a day's walk.
Maybe we should just spend the night.
I
You
asked
get
him,
horses, maybe a few hours.
I asked him, how are the roads at night?
Anytime before midnight, you're fairly safe. Once midnight hits, it's best to be inside.
Well, he did say that.
And he has a
in
very
the letter-
serious look about best to be inside.
What's
But-
dangerous around here?
But the letter does say that our trip there will be safe.
Well, I don't know how safe he got to it. Who was it that,
The letter. I'm just saying that.
Nicky.
That's what the letter said.
the letter says it to you, yes. If you mention that to the shopkeeper, that's up to you.
Would it be the same thing that was making somebody cry randomly in a dark
At
building?
night? At night you don't want to be outside. Why?
Yeah, what?
Things come out.
What kind of things? Stop being cryptic. Just tell me.
Clowns?
The town is permeated with the
Pennywise.
spirits of the dead, especially at night.
Okay.
Beyond the city, any manner of creature could come upon.
So let's just stay the night and then head off in the morning.
I'll lose it right now.
Yes, please.
Roll me a survival check.
With horses, we could make it before midnight.
Yeah, what's the best way to protect ourselves against
With what you have,
Oh, yeah. Silver weapons.
weapons. The more the merrier when it comes to traveling outside of the towns.
Is there anything specific that scares the spirits that we could have handy?
Holy water. Garlic.
Religious, like,
I'm gonna tell Jesse to grab ice on the way back.
I'm not an expert. Where did she
I know.
I'm a simple
What would
merchant
you do with her family?
stays in town all the time.
can I do a history check to see if I would know, I guess? Or is that I would have had I would have to already know it, I guess.
Well,
I mean, I
the
guess
whole
I
thing
know
is, as your own personal person, you in life have never experienced real vampires, real ghosts, real werewolves,
As far as you know.
real anything.
I mean, I go to area all the time.
When it comes to okay, it's one thing to be dressed up like one. It's another thing to be really one. You don't know if a human is weak against silver just because he gets stabbed while he's dressed up as a werewolf.
I'm pretty sure if you stab a guy with
You
silver,
could have
he's weak to
sage.
it.
Should we burn some sage?
And this is completely up to you guys on what you want to do.
Let's just
On what your beliefs are and what you want to
Let's
do.
just say too much about this. Let's just
Let's
fucking
just
rest
go.
and go to the fucking castle.
yeah, in the morning
A
at
night.
daybreak.
A night.
No, at daybreak.
Y'all are pussies.
Fuck off! I don't deal with the dead.
I don't care.
I would like to buy some salt and sage. Also.
Me too.
You can't carry anymore. Yeah, shoot, I'm carrying the heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, he has a 10-pound bag of salt,
Oh, shit. You're gonna carry
and
that.
he has a bundle of sage.
You carry that.
I'm gonna put salt around all of our rooms and burn some sage.
Okay.
I mean, there's lemons.
I'm gonna tuck the kid in and go to sleep.
Good luck. Hopefully I see you in the morning.
So you guys going back to the tavern
Yeah.
to find rooms?
I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tavern keeper looks at you and he's like, "Well, if you're choosing to stay the night, I can't just give you rooms. It would only be a couple of copper apiece to stay the night."
I have a little bit of gold.
The kids and I all have food.
I don't want to
Yeah.
spend my gold.
So two copper apiece. So 2, 4, 6,
I'd sleep
8, 10,
outside.
12, 14, 16, 18 copper. For us all to sleep.
If you want food and drink provided along
Is it a Subaru?
for that, then the extra 2 copper for 2 silver worth for everybody would cover it.
Excuse me. So
Here?
what about 4 silver
My
total?
buddy Ryan.
Huh.
Is it 10 silver per gold?
Yeah, or per copper. Or 10 copper per silver. 10 silver per gold.
4 of us would only need
So
one.
it would be a total of 40 copper to feed, drink, and give you all lodging for the night.
So 4 silver.
Yeah, 4 silver.
Okay, so I have 19 gold and 6 silver left.
Ooh, don't do that. That tickled
Yeah.
me.
Okay, I've gotten us all lodging.
Yeah.
We're all good.
Most rooms are shared. They have 2 beds each.
We'll warm up. Me and the kids can sleep on one. I mean,
No.
the 4 of us slept on one in lava, so.
I'd rather sleep.
That was interesting.
I'd rather sleep in on the floor. than sleep
I'm gonna
on
burn
you.
sage in all the rooms.
I'm
Okay.
sleeping on the floor right
It
now.
smells nice.
Okay, sleep and then morning.
Do any of you stay up till midnight?
Nope. Yes. I
I
don't
am.
sleep till
Yeah,
midnight
I
anytime.
don't.
I probably wouldn't be
I
able to
don't.
sleep.
I have a candle on and I'm drawing something on a piece of
I don't go to sleep till like 1 in the morning anyway, so yeah, I'm aware.
So you guys stay up till midnight?
Yeah.
Do any of you peek out the windows?
Yes.
Yes.
I put
No, you're asleep. The
salt
3 of us
around the
are
outside.
Are there curtains that I can hide behind and just kind of like?
You can peek through a curtain. Yeah, they have curtains to close the windows and darken the room a little bit more.
Okay.
What will
They're like peeking through either side of the curtain, like.
So, as you guys look out the windows at midnight, an eerie green light suffuses the area. From this light emerges a ghostly procession.
Brief introduction. It's my buddy Ryan. Rhea, Sarah, Stetson, kids. It's Nessa, Mike, Cole.
Why did you just call us the kids?
Because you're kids.
These are kids.
Well, we followed that.
I'm a dinosaur.
You right. You right.
I'm supposed to be sharks in costumes.
Huh?
You're more than welcome to.
Cool. Be careful, she
Put it
bites.
on.
So,
Alright, well,
are you staying up till midnight?
am I staying up to midnight? So, sorry, I stepped out and I wasn't gonna be.
The shopkeeper basically said that there are the town is suffused with ghosts even after dark.
Right. So
And any manner of creature could come upon you at night outside of town.
right.
But
So I'm
do
gonna
you stay up till midnight to see what he was talking about?
Sure, but before I do that,
And I believe you're the only one with a single room.
I'm gonna go get some more.
The rest of us all doubled up.
well, right now I'm not even in my room. Yeah, I am staying up, and I'm down in the tavern.
Okay.
Good
Drinking
thing.
still.
The barkeep hands you a like a wooden key, and he says, "Just drink what you wish."
Oh my gosh.
This is gonna be a good night.
And it's a
Long
valid key
night.
for each of the kegs
Okay,
that he has
cool.
behind the bar.
So I mean, I had 5 shots of whiskey. I'm drunk.
Tipsy?
For
You're
you?
pretty tipsy.
Yeah.
For me, that's like damn near blackout.
So I'll
Then
stay
that's
up.
where you are.
I'll stay up
Am
and
I
keep
at
an
the
eye
corner?
out. And
You're
then
in
I'll
ghostly
sleep at
procession.
some point.
Oh, I want
All right,
to sleep
so-
at the corner.
As you look out the windows at midnight, an eerie green light diffuses the area. From this light emerges a ghostly procession. Wavering images of dotty women toting great swords. Woodwise men with slender bows. Dwarves with glittering axes. And archaically dressed mages with beards and strange pointed hats. All these and more march forth from the graveyard, their numbers growing by the second.
What kind of Sandville bullshit is this?
This lasts for about 2 hours,
Can I do an
and then
insight check?
slowly begins to fade back into the light. Fades in.
Who was all looking out the window? We were, right?
Yeah. Can I do an insight check to see if they seem friendly or?
Go ahead. Roll an insight check.
Are they friendly?
Regular folk.
Oh.
17.
Girl, fuck.
Most of the faces that you see of the various denizens that have walked out of the graveyard of town seem to have serious and or grisly faces.
Okay, so
Whether injuries that they sustained before or during their death you can see upon them. Other faces that didn't seem to have been damaged have very serious but dour faces upon them, and they seem to be marching westward.
Do we know
They
what's
filter from the graveyard and then head west
Okay, so
along
I'm
the
gonna look
way.
at
where's
my map
west
and see
here?
what's on the west.
Where is? Okay. Oh wait. So
The
this
west
is
is
your
the direction we have to
Yeah,
go.
west is the west towards the castle. I didn't see the west.
And
Oh,
it
we
looks
know the
it
castle.
looks like an army.
Maybe there was an uprising, a rebellion against Strahd, their leader, the Lord.
Should we follow?
I think it faded away.
Yeah.
Well, it lasted for 2 hours.
So what? It's now 2 in the morning.
I mean, if I'm thinking about me personally, I would not get out and start following.
Well,
Me
on your
either. No
ghosts.
way.
I drank
I'd
like
do
2
it.
more ales and went to bed because fuck this shit.
Me and the kids have been asleep for a while.
I would be in that room like, nope, nope.
Yeah,
nope,
that'd be me
nope,
too. I'd be
nope,
like, oh
nope,
hell no.
nope, nope.
Ain't going nowhere.
Do we have
Do I look like Aragorn to you? Mm-mm, no.
Black person always dies first.
really?
Ain't happening.
If that was me and I was shit faced, like staring out the window, seeing like a procession of ghosts, I'd be like,
I feel like in actuality, I would
Right.
probably die first. Let's be honest.
Mm.
Although
Say what?
maybe not if you were there. I feel like in reality, I would probably die first. Because I
Can I
don't
wake
even
up?
run. I just like cower and start crying if something scares me.
Bye.
Okay.
Jump that guts.
Do you guys go to bed after the army proceeds and
I've already gone
disappears?
to bed.
Okay.
I didn't stay up.
Next morning comes without any hassle for you, other than
Me yelling.
you have some very strange and dark dreams.
That's normal for me.
Yeah, it's
Nothing-
normal. I'm like, that's nothing different.
Darker than you're used to.
I don't
I
know.
mean, I'm
I
natural
don't think
evil,
that's
so.
really possible, honestly.
Play it off, okay? Jesus Christ.
Darker than your darkest dream.
They're really fucked up.
Doesn't matter. Darker than that.
Just
Okay, so I would probably be at disadvantage. I would be haunted, and I would not have good sleep.
Probably.
I would feel like haunted, and it would be.
you
on my
get
mind
enough
throughout the day.
sleep that you don't
Everybody-
oppose a disadvantage on anything.
Everybody.
You just don't receive a level of exhaustion.
Me.
But- But you definitely are a little. You feel off.
I go immediately
When
down
you
to
wake
the bartender and ask if he has anything for bad dreams.
Ale?
I was like, give me a beer.
Drink it off.
He hands you a tankard of ale.
No, I want like a bottle. Like I want something that I can travel with.
He
Something that I can
goes.
take a little
He
bit
pulls
with
out
me.
a masonry jar of, like a big mason jar, and he fills it up with ale, corks it, hands it to you, and says, "A silver."
Okay, I'll take 3 more of those,
Oh my.
3 silver.
and then I hand them to Stetson.
God damn it.
Carry towards me.
Pack mule.
Inventory full, sorry.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna
Her strength
I will
is like
pop the cork off one
9.
and start drinking it.
What's your strength, your lowest?
What?
What's your strength? Oh my gosh.
So,
My dex is pretty good, but my strength is.
are you guys heading out of the tavern
Yep.
after
Yeah.
breakfast and drinks and whatnot?
We're not
Alright,
gonna talk
prepare
about
my
this.
spells.
I'm not gonna talk about what the frick just happened in the middle of the night.
Prepare your lack of spells.
Yeah.
So technically I'm right.
Yep.
What are you drinking?
Fill your cup.
I do have a brush with me, so I'll brush my hair.
IPA.
Can I
Need to go
brush
wash
my
my
hair?
cup.
Yes, I pass the brush for anybody who wants to use it.
You guys leave the tavern, heading
Yeah.
toward the town square to head
I'll
west.
brush my hair.
And as you guys start on the road to head west,
Could I just brush her hair?
you hear the sound of small wooden wheels rolling across damp cobbles.
Oh dear.
You trace the lonely sound to a haunched figure bundled in rags, pushing a rickety wooden cart through the fog.
You do it alone.
She's currently on the opposing side of the street, but heading toward you from the west.
Yep.
And she seems to be stopping at each house,
Bring
knocking
out
on
your
the
dad.
doors,
I'm not dead yet.
and she pulls out a bundle for each person that comes to the door, and is asking for money for what she's trying to sell.
I walk
Some
straight up
buy,
to her.
some don't.
I walk straight up to her after she's left whatever the last house was and be like, "What you selling?"
She turns to you and she's like, I pulled the hood up, sorry. For this one.
Oh my gosh.
Hello! I am selling my dream cakes. Would you like one?
What do said dream cakes do?
They give you more vivid, more interactive dreams.
So they're
So pleasant or not so pleasant?
they make you high as fuck.
That is dependent on how you're feeling during the day or
Cap it and
what
stick it
you've
with it.
been through.
Yeah, I'll take a bundle. How much?
Oh, I'm only asking for 2 copper for
I give her a gold piece.
Oh lordy.
for just the bundle?
Make it 2.
She hands you a second one eagerly.
Goodness gracious. I like how you just.
You must be strangers. I haven't seen you around town.
Yeah, we're new here.
We're Sassenegg.
When she calls us strangers, I just give her this look like,
We are
You call him strange.
we are Sassenegg, which
I'm
is
just like,
Gaelic for Outlanders.
how do these make your dreams interactive? Like, I'm kind of skeptical. Like, what's in it?
Acid.
I need
Yeah.
an ingredient.
Lots
I
of
need
lots
your
of
elf.
acid.
I can't give away my secrets,
I don't
otherwise
need
I
your
can't
LSD
sell my
laced
wares.
cake.
I just mean safety-wise. You don't have to tell me everything.
Oh, they won't harm you.
So you.
So, but how
say-
will I be able to interact with my dreams?
Allergy test.
I'll
Just
be
stick some
able
under your
to-
tongue.
They make your dreams more vivid, more. Oh, what's the word?
Tangible?
Vivid.
It starts with an L.
Lucid.
Ah.
So I can control my dreams.
You can interact
So
more
I could
freely.
could I run away from the things in my dreams?
If you wish to, yes.
Okay, I will take 2 bundles as well.
That will be 4 copper.
Okay, I'll give her a silver just to make it easy.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh.
So, you guys buy a few of her baked goods?
Nope.
Hallucinogenic cakes. This
Nope.
sounds like a great time.
Sounds like an awful idea.
You
And,
already got shit faced
I
at the
don't
tavern.
trust
You're
it.
going for the drugs.
and after you're done buying from
I
her,
mean, I've
you
done
see
drugs.
her.
Let's not do this.
You see her slowly make her way into an alleyway
Uh-huh.
between 2 houses, heading into more of a
Did that house
residential district.
Did that house that she went to? Did they buy them?
Some houses seemed to buy them, some didn't seem
Can
interested.
I wanna go up to
we
a
want
house that bought them.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay, you go up to the house.
I knock on the door.
You see a very solemn-looking woman in a Victorian dress. She seems a little like her cheeks seem to have caved in a little bit,
Little
like she's gaunt or malnourished. And she's like, "Yes, can I help you?"
So sorry, excuse me, but I just bought some of those dream cakes from that woman merchant.
Ah, yes.
Do you know anything?
Morgantha.
Morgantha?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me anything about these dream cakes? Like, I want to be able to interact with my dreams in a way where I feel safer. Do you know what the properties are of them or what happens? More details?
All I know is I'm able to see my father again when I eat them.
Can you, like, touch him, hug him, like all of that?
When I sleep, yes.
Okay. What's going on in this town? What is the danger of the spirits? Has anyone had any close experiences with them?
There seems to be, how would you put it, a curse of sorts on our lands?
What type of curse?
I don't know. All I know is it's been here since I was born.
Who would know?
We've been invited to the Lord's castle.
The Lord would definitely have information about that if
What's
he's
he
willing
like?
to give it.
Is he cool? Is he nice? Is he a cool dude?
He's someone you don't want to meddle with.
So he's a douchebag.
What is a douche?
You can speak
Does he
freely
like-
here. We won't tell him.
Roll me a persuasion check.
God damn.
Can I go over to the house?
That's where we are. That's
That's
kind
not
of
too bad.
Oh, we all are there?
Kind of.
15.
15? Okay. The Lord likes to play with his food.
What the hell is he?
A baby?
If you don't know what he is, I implore you to steer clear of him as best you can.
Okay, so elaborate. What the heck does that mean?
He feeds on his food, his victims, his playthings.
food.
Some he
Yes.
sways to his persuasions.
Is there anything we can do to protect ourselves, or does he have any weaknesses, so that we're prepared when we go visit him?
Not that I know of. The only thing I know is there was an uprising years back, before I was born, and obviously if he's still around, you kind of know where it ended.
Apparently. Is there like a library that we can go find more
I
information?
have a book of records.
Oh, you do? Okay. I don't
You
remember
might be able to
that.
find more
Where'd you find
information
that?
in,
The storekeep gave it to me.
Oh, well.
Well, that would be worth more than
It's a
25
book
gold.
of town records.
So what's in
A
the
book itself is 25 gold.
Is it really?
So a book of records would be worth more than that, I think.
Yeah, but I also gave him unendless power.
Power. Your solar power.
It's just like town records.
Yeah, it's town records, but it would have some of that information.
Okay, so
probably.
what have you read the book yet?
No. I got drunk last night. What do you want from me?
Everything.
We should head to the castle.
That would literally. I
Yeah.
want to go to the castle now.
I got silver stuff. That's
I don't trust
you
him.
might be able to find
I
more
don't trust
information
his
from
food
the
either.
past of our region in Valak. It's a town more inland, more centralized in our
Just because
country.
yours is better than mine does not make it. Never mind.
It's a great head scratch.
More people that resist his sway
No, this kind of hurts.
live there.
Well, he is expecting us there. He's probably gonna come looking for us if we don't.
I don't trust him.
Maybe one of us should send a letter there.
Yep.
We're gonna be late.
Dear creepy guy, no thanks.
I'm
Bye.
solid.
We'll live
No, I
out
mean,
the rest
send
of
a
our
letter to
lives
the
here
neighboring
and just
town.
die.
Maybe
Yeah.
we can get information in time to like.
Hard no. Dear friend Stetson.
Hard no.
I pass. That's a hard
I
pass.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Stay outside and not
Is there anything else you wished from me?
town.
That's a great outfit. Where can I get one?
The merchant?
Really? Okay.
How long have you
Is there
been
any?
here?
Most of my life.
How old are you?
Let's speak up, kiddo.
23.
How old does she look?
Like a very, very malnourished 23-year-old in dress.
I give her one of my candy bars. We need this.
What is it?
It's
A Kit Kat?
it's a confection fit for kings. There's more calories than that than you'll get in a week.
What is this calories?
Just take it. Just take it. It's a gift.
Just eat it, and you're
Thank
welcome.
you so much.
Maybe lay out some dream cakes.
I don't trust the dream cakes.
I literally say that. Just walk
You
off.
all have a wonderful day. And she closes her
You
door.
too. Thank you.
Does she lock it?
You hear like
Click.
like one of those old style like skeleton key style locks go.
Can I knock on her door again and ask her if there's any animals?
Nobody answers the door when you do.
Of course. When the kid.
Freaked her out.
Yeah, we've already spooked her. a little
Yeah,
bit.
no joke.
Right. So you guys head out of town.
I'm just gonna go to the merchant's
Yep.
shop really quick and buy a Victorian dress.
Can I see if there's any
Do you really?
animals
Oh,
that
yeah.
I can tame with the? Can I see if there's any
It's like a
squirrels
very
that I can tame?
sexy.
You do not see any sort of animals other than maybe a
Yeah.
rat or two every once in a while.
Wait till we head into the woods and then keep your eyes out for a squirrel.
You don't even hear birds.
Is it like eerily dark here, even though
It's
it's
very
daylight?
foggy. There's like a perpetual fog.
Okay. So it is okay.
You can see sunlight coming through the fog, but you have no bearing on whether or not.
Well, let's
like
be
how
good
thick
guests
the
and
fog is.
go say
other
hi to
than-
Laura.
Can I pick up that Victorian dress really quick?
I'm not
How
going
much does
in
it
though.
cost?
So you run back to the mercantile. Okay.
The king can.
You go in there. He's like, couple of gold.
Okay. Done.
I like how she just takes the Victorian dress instead.
We are going to a castle. We gotta be prepared. Don't want to look like no scrub.
Because I don't
Well, I'm
want
not
those
putting it on
scraps.
yet.
Exactly.
I do.
All right,
I'm not gonna finish
So,
that right now.
we're heading out of town.
You guys get about 3 blocks further than where that lady's house was,
Okay.
and you hear a child maybe 2 blocks to the south
Oh, children. are memories.
scream, but it's cut off.
Nope.
No.
Let's go.
It's too late.
But.
It's too late. You heard the cutoff. It's too late.
We should probably go check it out.
Yeah, I am.
Me too.
You know, it's better for us to do it in a group.
Another thing in horror movies.
I am a
Creepy
I will
children.
definitely be a
Pretty sure that
I
children
am a
scream
parent,
in
I
this
have
town
my
all the
children.
time. We have a date to keep.
Let's just head to the castle, guys.
Just
Let's
make
go.
another kid if you're worried about
Yeah,
it.
that
we're,
too.
we're in medieval times. They die every day.
Yes,
just
let's
go.
just go.
They're
I'm
probably
lucky
having
that
their
these
teeth
guys got
pulled
to this
for
age.
dentures
Then you
for
hear
the
a
rich.
woman scream.
They die all the time too. It's
And you
fine.
You know,
hear-
if they did that,
and you hear-
they would poor
No,
children would
don't
donate
take
their
him!
teeth to the barber so that they can make dentures for the rich.
No, okay, we are going back.
Someone help!
Yes, I don't want to go.
They'd
All
be
right,
like,
fine.
pushing
Thank
the
So you guys go all running off after the sound?
Yes.
Because no one had any teeth.
Okay. You guys get 2 blocks. You
They
you
didn't
round a
have,
corner
like,
onto a
proper
small,
hygiene,
narrow
so they
street,
got out.
and
Well, that was
I need
because
everyone to
of
roll
the boom
me
of
a perception check.
mass-produced.
Everyone?
Yes,
uh,
everyone.
Wait, what are we doing? A perception check?
A D20. Nice.
Yep.
I went through really fast.
Oh.
Balance it.
18.
She should be up there. Bro.
Coming up.
Yeah, in a little bit.
Where'd it go?
Sam and his wife want to come up. Back.
D20.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
19.
19.
Can you
Okay.
turn it back a little bit?
10.
18.
I dropped my
Stetson. 8. Hunter.
He's rolling his.
18.
Okay, Cleo.
10.
8.
Is
Well,
anything I got
18.
You're not supposed to keep re-rolling it. You're supposed to take the one you got before.
Yep.
First one you rolled. What'd you get?
I dropped
What'd you get?
What'd you roll?
6.
6. Okay. Anybody above a 12 notices the old lady that sold you cakes has a large burlap sack with something moving in it. She's loading it onto her cart and starting to quickly move her cart to leave town as fast as possible. As this woman is trying to struggle and
Maybe they
Get
should
her-
go for it.
like keep her
Or
from
save
running.
whatever that thing is.
It seems like they
I
have
think
some
I should
unfinished
still-
business we shouldn't get involved in.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Should still follow her.
Taking someone.
I think she is, yeah. I would definitely.
Who got above a 18?
I got an 18.
You met it.
Yeah, I got an 18 too.
You 3 notice a shift in the look of this old woman that you were buying cakes from. And it's almost like it's almost like a flash of a simple old woman to something more haggard and
Alright.
like monstrous
I'm gonna charge
for
her.
just a moment.
I'm gonna
And then-
charge her.
There's something wrong with her.
Yeah, I'm gonna like charge her with my shield and try and knock her over.
Okay, roll me an attack.
Can
It begins.
I want to do that too.
I guess that would be 12. Oh wait, I'm sorry. 13.
13?
Yeah.
You're not able to knock her back, but you're able to strike her, dealing 1 damage.
Can I try too?
You she's like, "What do you want? Stop!"
I'll go talk to the lady, the woman.
One of them
Yeah,
should just
Put
grab
the sack
bag
down.
and
What's
run
with the
away.
sack? That's creepy.
I'm collecting payment
Payment for what?
A body?
for services rendered.
A human?
So I turn to the lady. What do you owe her and why?
What could possibly cost a person?
I bought a few of the cakes
Okay.
from her, and
So they're addicted.
she gave me a fortune,
Excuse me?
a boon of sorts, to help my family in our dour situation that we're in.
And she takes your kid?
Oh, I wasn't able to pay her recently, and
I think we should.
What does she owe you?
We should take the child because that person does not deserve to be taken care of that child.
the crone looks over at you, and she's like, "A deal's a deal. She didn't pay, so I get her kid."
We will pay.
We will pay, yeah. There's nothing worth a child's life. What does she owe you?
She owes me roughly
Just
50 gold.
raise the kid.
Do we have to?
Can we just raise the kid by ourselves?
Yeah, we do.
I'm not even up in
Could
this
all-
conversation. I am standing back. with the
Multiple ways you
kids.
can handle this, by the way.
We could just kill her.
That
Yeah, just let her be done.
But is it going to be
my
that
2
easy?
gold and
I don't know
5
yet.
silver.
Good call.
So
I say let's
Can I
keep
try
an
to
eye
sleight
out.
of hand the sack from her grasp?
Well, it's on her cart.
Oh,
Just grab it.
can I sneak and try to take it?
You just grab it and run.
Roll a stealth check in the wide open space you're in.
Oh, there's no cover?
No.
You're in the street.
Yeah, stop.
Is there? Can I hide behind
I'm
Stetson?
gonna take my warhammer and smash one of the wheels of her cart.
Oh jeez.
Roll on the sack.
Oh boy.
I was just about to pay her, and we could have just been.
I didn't say just pay her.
Yes.
Can we, yeah, I was just like, did we just pay her? Like,
This is taking time.
I got a 12 stealth.
15.
15?
Yeah.
Roll damage.
Could you just pay the woman?
No.
Damn it!
I can't now.
I know. I'm a little probably like upset.
6.
now.
6? You break 2 of the supports inside the wheel out, and you can see the wheels sort of buckling a little bit, but it's not broken.
I give her 55 gold, 5 gold extra for this stupid wheel.
Yep, let's go. Grab the kid and let's go. Are we taking
She
the kid with us?
begrudgingly
Yes, we
takes
need
the
to.
gold, and
Gives us the kid?
I mean,
She's like,
y'all
take him.
so
Just
naive to think this is the only child she's taken.
I don't
Just-
care. We got places to go and things to do.
What?
Exactly.
What?
No.
I don't want to hear from you. We're here doing this because of you. I just want the child.
Wait.
We got the child. Let's go.
In real life,
Let's
you,
adopt
you
the
would,
child.
You would not try to save a child's life.
Fuck you. We just did.
I have my own kids.
Are you talking? When we're talking real life, yeah, sure. If somebody was trying to like steal somebody else's kid, yeah,
I was
Exactly.
definitely
I'd lay him out.
That's what we're
But
doing.
This is medieval times.
this is medieval times, and you're.
Yeah, exactly.
She, you also hear as she takes the money, you hear her like hiss at the woman. Be like, "This isn't over."
Yeah.
No, this is done.
How about
You
someone
were
just kill
paid.
her?
This is over.
What child, baby?
No, this is done.
Unless you want
Just
him
kill
to
her.
continue what he started, this is done.
Let's but just kill her.
I actually have an intimidate. I am
So do
good
I.
at intimidating.
What weapon do I have?
Apparently,
Can
I'm
I?
not that
Can I
good.
While
just
he
kill
says
her?
that, just to add effect, I kind of draw my short sword, the silvered short sword, just a little bit, and let it catch what I light.
17 for intimidation.
16.
No, this is
Someone
over.
just kill her so we don't have to bother it.
Yeah, but we don't know if it's going to be as simple as just killing her.
All right.
Especially in a world like this.
I want to come after them.
Good.
Bye. Let's head to the castle.
And yes, we did do this because I wanted to save the child. I don't really care.
Am I
It's
going
just
to
one
have to
that I know
deal
right
with
now.
you all from now on?
Absolutely.
For all my
Carrying
deals?
What kind of services do you render that requires a child as payment?
What type of
I get fortunes.
A child was payment because
Wait, so
that's
how
all they
old
could
is the
do.
child?
It was the deal. She agreed to it.
Nothing is worth a child's life, and I tell his mother that.
She seemed desperate enough to give up the child for some
away her own child for a fortune?
extra fortune in their lives.
Starvation.
If anybody
Starvation will do
did
that.
that to me, I would just.
All right, I'm gonna finish smashing a wheel and then let's just go.
Wait, don't stop! I'll give you information about this world if you stop.
Oh, all
right, cool.
Okay, yeah, it catches me right before I like.
Destroy it all.
Okay.
Dear Lord.
All right. Here's what I know. Strahd has mastery over the land and the weather, and his spies include people called the Vistani.
The what?
The Vistani. There is a Vistani camp to the west on the shores of the Tisser Pool, and another on the outskirts of Vallaki.
Okay.
Strahd
The
has
castle
undead enemies in Barovia, namely the fallen knights of the Order of the Silver Dragon.
That sounds fun.
Ooh.
These revenants
Maybe I
can
could
be
be a
found in a ruined mansion west of Vallaki.
Here we go there.
This sounds like my kind of people.
Oh my lord, here we go.
Also, Strahd's most carefully guarded secret is a temple of forbidden lore hidden in the mountains. The temple can be reached by following the long and winding Solenka Pass.
If it's so carefully guarded, how come you know it?
I make my way in my own ways. I've learned things over the years.
She sells cream pie.
Right? And apparently offers other services.
Hallucinogenic green pies.
Can I go now?
No.
I have other business to attend
No.
to.
What?
We want a fortune.
Yeah. What fortunes are you providing? Yes.
I just start walking
I
down
provide
the
a
road.
reading of your future,
Nope. I'm out.
and I can manipulate manipulated of sorts.
No, I'm solid.
As we,
For a price.
as I'm walking away, I kind of go, "No more children."
Yeah,
I
exactly.
take
Like,
the
I'm watching
child in
you.
the bag and let her go.
You see her just like kind of give you this like, yeah, just like
Oh,
grab
yeah,
her
it's a
cart
girl.
and
I'll
start
go play
leaving.
with her.
It's like,
Oh yeah, it's totally fucked up, but she goes anyway.
What does the
I yell
child
at
do
Mom.
when we let her
No
go?
more fortunes with that lady.
We just kind of like dump her out
I
of the
wanted
bag.
to see my
Let her
future.
It's like a 7-year-old boy.
Mm,
Yay!
yeah, yell at the parent. No more
Dang
fortunes.
it, I thought it was a girl.
This is not worth your child.
Do you want to come with us? I think
To who?
The kid.
the child.
No, I want to stay with my mom.
Okay.
She tried to sell you to that Morgantha lady. Are you
Look,
sure?
they're probably starving and desolate.
The
and
kid looks like he hasn't eaten.
his brother
I
probably
offered
died
him
last
some food.
week. Just
I give him a candy bar.
I give him.
I definitely would give him a day's rent.
Actually, I give him like 8 candy bars. Be it hell for your mother for the next couple of days.
I give him my last little candy.
They're confused of the generosity, but very great.
Okay. Okay. Let's
Your
go.
mother doesn't get any of this. It's all for you.
damn, cut the lady some slack. She's living in like medieval desolation.
Poverty.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, so you guys head out of town.
Oh, we
Yeah.
have our fortune told?
No way.
No
This
way.
bitch is crazy.
What?
No.
My fortune told?
You want to go catch up with her and
We
try to
out.
have her give you
Nope,
your fortune?
we're out.
We're out. We're
already
out.
walking.
We're already walking
Yeah.
away.
I'll catch up with you guys in
I
a
want to
second.
walk into
I threw a bunch of candy bars and then walked away.
I'm out.
So you catch up to the crone.
I did the deed I wanted.
God.
The crone looks back with like a little bit of a glare. She's like, "What do you want?
My fortune.
You want your fortune?
Excellent.
What are you willing to give for your fortune?"
How much does a fortune usually cost?
You're so your child.
50 gold.
Oh.
Or the most important person in your life.
Hell no.
No thanks. Okay, bye.
If payment isn't received.
I mean, you can try to take me if you want.
Well, goodbye.
Bye.
Turns and leaves.
Man, she doesn't have a very good menu. There's like 1-card readings. There's like Celtic Cross. There's so many different. She can charge different prices. Whatever. She's a
I'll
bad,
do one
she's a
gold.
bad
You should have
businesswoman.
taken the deal and let her try. to take
Anyways,
me.
Yeah, but you don't know what the boon would have been.
that's true.
Anyways,
What does it sound?
I don't have 50 gold, so I can't anyways.
Okay, we head down the road towards the
Yeah,
cast.
yeah.
so as you
Or
guys
are we
head
going
down
to
the
the
road,
undead place? Let's go meet.
Wait. Are we going to the undead place or the castle?
Let's go
yeah.
make some
Go to
undead
the
homies.
castle first.
Castle.
Okay.
Castle.
According to his own word, the only one who can send us back.
Is him.
I mean, we don't really have a way to reason to believe that, though.
Tearing off tape.
Oh.
Where's the castle on the map? That's what I assumed.
Help!
No.
I haven't looked at the map.
Help! No!
So
Our
are we
food- our
gonna
food's gonna be
follow-
here in like 5 minutes.
Are we gonna
Okay.
follow
So
the
I'll-
road to the castle, or are we gonna try and cut through that little foresty area?
Wait, can I choose my? What if the child does?
Does it say tier pool or does it say what? Does it say test pool?
I'm not sure. Oh, that's why.
TSER.
Why did I put this on?
TSER?
Tesser
Tesser
I
pool?
don't know, why did you?
Because there's a
Tesser
rip right here, but
Just-
it's not.
You can say that one good.
Bye-bye.
It's actually gotten better. It's not because my tongue is
So-
still swollen. It's
Okay,
It's
as you guys pass the Tisser pool just beyond town, you notice on the
Jim Beam.
let me just double check here. You notice through the little clearing that leads to the pool, you can see what looks like this, like a bit of darkness to the mists up in the sky a little bit, almost like maybe fire smoke, and you can see the little bits of a camp set up next to the little small pond.
That's gonna be the Vistani.
Vistani.
That's the Vistani camp that you were told.
Yeah.
You head further west until you reach the crossroads, And I'm guessing you head north toward the castle. Correct?
Say what?
You head north on the crossroads toward the castle?
Yeah, we're going towards the castle.
Alright, you pass on the other side of the Tisser pool from the camp, so now you have a little bit better vantage point of the camp. It looks... The best way you can describe it is it's a gypsy camp. There's a few wagons set up in a circle, very gypsy-like, and they seem to be just going about their business and...
If they're enemies of Lord
Eating.
Strahd, they probably
No,
don't
they
wanna
work
have
with
him.
him. They're his spies. The Vistani were his spies. Right?
I
It's
thought
the
they were his
information you
enemies.
received from the crone.
Huh?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what she told us. The Vistani were his spies. So,
I
if
will-
we're going to Strahd, do you want to talk to them?
It might be a good idea.
Alright.
No, Christian said I
What,
knew that.
what time is it and what time are we supposed to be there?
As soon as we could.
Oh.
With what you guys have done so far in the town trying to leave, it's roughly 11 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, we got time.
Yeah, let's go talk to them.
Alright, you guys go ahead and talk to him. I must stay right here.
No! We need you. I'm gonna need
Stetson
you.
will go with us.
What are you guys doing?
Talking to the people that are the spies for the dude.
No,
You guys are
because-
heading to their camp?
No, I'm thinking about this because they'll be like, well, why do you want to know? I don't feel like answering 21 questions.
Your guys' food is good.
So do you guys just
go to the
keep
castle.
going?
Yeah, let's go to the
Okay.
castle.
Then.
No.
So you guys keep heading north?
Do they notice us
Yeah,
while we're passing through?
that's getting it.
Not as far as you know.
Okay.
That's my favorite one. Not
As you
far
guys pass through what looks like a small clearing that's been made through the trees where this road passes,
Okay.
you head into what looks like a very open and hilly terrain. And I need a marching order. Who is in front?
I'm back.
Me and the
In the
kids
back?
are in the middle.
Okay. Who's leading the pack?
I'll lead the pack.
Nope, not me.
Okay.
I'll die first.
Nope, black person or managed person. I'm out.
All right. Well,
I want
I need a pack of this.
Rear or front are your two most vulnerable spots, so...
Mm-hmm. I will not be leading the front.
so
I'll
who
be
is
third.
right behind Stetson?
Wait a minute. This is only rude.
They did that the same thing to us.
Yeah.
What?
Did you make sure to hit add?
Yeah, it literally said ×2 of the exact same thing.
They did the same thing to us on Wednesday.
Could be the Dasher, could be the restaurant.
Well,
you know.
I would put
it's a combination because the Dasher has to confirm the order and the store is supposed to confirm the order too.
Well, but with Postmates, the Dasher gets the order, the store doesn't.
Right.
So, it's
it should've been
up
the
to them to
Dasher.
order it correctly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who's right behind Stetson?
Me.
You? All right. So I need Stetson and Sarah to roll.
I'll be right behind.
So we don't have connection on our phones though, so we can't look anything up
Nope.
or do anything like
Nope.
We're in like an alternate universe.
If anything
You can use your
relies-
phone as a weapon to
If
throw it and a
anything on
flashlight.
your phone requires an internet connection or a cell connection, it doesn't work.
So a flashlight and
So
Solitaire.
like the basic
Yep.
utilities of your phone you can use, no problem, because they don't require Wi-Fi or cell signal.
Huh. No bars.
damn it.
Anyways, I need so you two, as you guys are walking, leading the pack through the forest here, you come into this open area, and off to your right, off the right side of the road, maybe a couple of trees into the forest, you spot a wolf trap. Steel's jaws caked with rust, but seems like someone has carefully set the trap
It's like, we'll investigate it.
under a thin layer
Did you
of
say what
pine
this
needles and detritus.
A what?
Debris.
Fancy word for debris.
The debris.
Do you wish to do anything about this trap that you notice?
Avoid it.
You too. Do you do anything with the trap?
There's a trap.
trap.
You notice a wolf trap, a large,
Is
like
there-
like a bear trap.
Is there a stick I can use to activate it?
Plenty of sticks laying around. You hit the plate. You see the trap just come up, snap that stick right in half.
Okay. I'm gonna grab maybe 2 more longer sticks, and I'm just gonna keep an eye out as we move forward.
Okay. As you move forward, roll me a survival check.
Everyone?
No, just those 2 things.
What's the number?
4.
6.
6? Okay. You guys proceed, and you reach what looks like a large, very elaborately made old castle. The top picture is what you see.
Okay.
As you guys approach, you see a set of twin towers before a drawbridge that leads to where this castle is. This castle seems, as you get closer, to be on what looks like a singular pillar of rock, and there's like a canyon that's been cut into the ground, almost like a open moat. No water was within it, but it drops beyond your vision.
Can I throw a rock down there?
See how far it goes down? That's pretty smart.
And so...
Wait, he asked you a question. Could you
Oh,
throw a
sorry.
rock down?
You would throw a rock down?
To see how far it goes down.
You hear it clatter against the rock walls nearest to you, and you just hear it sort of fade. You don't actually hear it stop.
Dang it. Okay.
It just gets quieter and quieter until you can't hear it anymore.
A long ass way down. Okay.
All right.
So
what you see is thick, cold fog swirls around the courtyard that you enter as you walk across this drawbridge. Sporadic flashes of lightning lance the weeping clouds overhead as thunder strikes the ground. Through the drizzle, you see torch flames fluttering on each side of the keep's main doors. Warm light spills out of the entrance, flooding the courtyard. High above the entrance is a round window, with shards of broken glass lodged in its iron frame.
Shards of glass in an iron frame.
On a window above the doors to
Oh,
the
like
main,
I was
the
thinking,
main part of the keep.
I was thinking like
Don't.
something- No, okay.
I get you.
The outer walls of this castle rise 90 feet high.
That's a neckbreaker.
The dark towers of the castle rise even higher. What would you guys like to do now?
Go knock on the door.
He's just trying to make.
I kid you not. Just go knock on the door.
Which he succeeded.
I go with her.
I take out my chalk and draw a pentagram on the bridge, on the drawbridge.
Oh God. Are you trying to insult our host before we even meet him?
I shall see what happens.
I mean,
so
You never
what
do
did you do?
that.
he didn't even ask us if we wanted to be
I
here.
drew a
Creepy
pentagram
house?
on the
No.
drawbridge in chalk.
I went.
I
with
just
her.
go and knock on the door.
After
I
you
went
draw
with
it
her.
on there, the rain seems to slowly begin washing the chalk
He
away.
controls the weather, guys.
Creepy house.
Yeah.
We already knew that.
Bad news.
We knew that he
We knew
controlled the
that.
weather. The old lady told us.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
He's doing that, I'm sure.
I go and knock on the door.
I draw dick butt on the drawbridge.
As you knock on the door, roll me a wisdom save.
Can I go with
Can I
her
help
and
her?
knock on the door?
No.
Methodist.
Say hello.
I can't do that. I'm sorry.
14.
14?
I'm so sorry.
You feel a shiver down your spine as a soft but stern voice enters your head. And you hear, "Welcome. Please, come in."
I get the chills. I'm like, ooh, yes, Daddy.
That's exactly what I was thinking! I'm so glad we were on the same page.
But only you heard it. It was in your head.
Yeah.
Only you hear this.
Yeah, but I would do the same thing. I'd be like, yes, sir? No.
And you hear
Just a
the
little meta
door
comment.
Can I
click like it's unlocking.
Well, he says
You could
to
shoot the building.
come
You don't
in.
do anything, though.
You gonna go with me? Please don't make me go by myself.
I'm at the end of the line.
You're just not strong enough to do that.
I need someone
You're
in the
still
middle.
stronger
You
than
wanna tell them
normal
to
human.
move?
Hey! Come with me. He says, come in.
Okay.
Door open.
I don't want to go in.
I'll go in.
I'm hungry. I'm going in.
So you
Me
guys
too.
all
Just go
file
in.
I
in.
don't trust
Yeah.
his
Okay.
food.
All I feel is Beauty and the Beast.
You
going on right now.
enter a 20-foot chamber that seems to be an entry chamber to the castle itself.
Wait, did I
with
go
another set of double doors further
Yes,
ahead.
everybody knows. Yeah.
No, I don't want to go in.
Can I do an arcana check on the castle? Just on the outside of it?
Sure.
Cleo didn't want to go in, but she had to.
Where?
Nope.
I
Like
don't
a
trust
3 or something. Or
Looks like an old castle.
5.
Looks like a really
Just
old Gothic
Batman.
architecture castle.
I'd live here.
I'm digging it.
I'd live here.
I'd like that.
The quintessential
Never
villain's
mind.
castle.
So we just like walk in and like.
There's a phone.
All I picture is Beauty and the Beast happening. Is anybody
For the
there?
record, I wanted to go to the undead
I've
people.
lost my way.
I wanted to go to the castle.
Oh.
Torches are lit in this room. It's very well lit. What
Hello?
would you guys like to do?
I'm just gonna yell until somebody comes. Hello?
No answer.
Hello, hello,
You
hello.
can hear distant, what almost sounds like music coming from inside.
Is this how you receive nobility? Come on.
I follow.
I am a descendant of Joseph F. Smith, and you will treat me with respect.
Huh?
Can I go to that noise?
Roll an intimidation check.
Oh god.
Yes.
That is actually true, by the way.
Are you really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Intimidation?
Yes.
Ooh!
Sounds like it was good.
Yeah, 16.
16?
Uh-huh.
Roll me a wisdom save.
Oh.
Oh, shit. 3.
So, as you all are like
Strong.
slowly walking your way
Strong.
into this entrance chamber and you call this out, you feel this. You feel petrified. You stop in your tracks. Coldness just washes over you.
I poop a little.
Like really?
And
Yeah,
you
just like a
hear
little bit.
and you hear this soft but
No.
stern voice,
Like all of us or just him?
just him,
Ooh, lordy.
come into your head. And he goes, I said you are welcome to enter. So come in. Make yourselves at home.
I don't want to make
I'm gonna
myself
find
at
the
home.
kitchen.
And you see the inner doors swing open with nobody there. And you hear the soft sounds of organ music start
With
coming
like a
out
soft,
of the
broken
doorway.
voice. I'm like, that's more like it.
I ran out of the building. I ran out of the
I
castle.
want to try and find where the music is coming from.
Me too.
Oh my gosh.
I think we need to let him go by
Or I would
No,
just
You guys don't know. It was just a little bit.
Do you ask him where the loo is?
No, but you guys notice I'm walking a little weird.
You okay, buddy? I'm fine. You sure?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
Now wishing I hadn't worn the devil outfit.
says the guy.
So, do you guys proceed?
Yeah,
Yes.
I want to try and
Yeah.
find the music.
Me
Like,
too.
try and, like,
Very cautiously though.
I go with
I'm
my
not about
dog.
to go no unknown.
not like go
that.
find it, but like find which direction it's coming from.
I want to go exactly where the music is.
So, you enter the foyer of this castle, Overhead, in the vaulted entry foyer, you see 4 statues of dragons glaring down, their eyes flickering in torchlight.
Can I?
You do that like the
No,
thing.
I'm
like
going
the
back.
They seem to almost be like wrapping themselves around 4
Go
pillars that seem to hold this foyer and the rest of the castle up here.
Are they silver dragons?
They all seem to be of the same color of stone, but you can see that the eyes that are glittering in the light seem to be blue, red, green, and a whitish clear.
Can I go to my mom and run up to the...
Fucking chromatic dragon.
You also notice that cobwebs stretch between the columns that support the vaulted ceiling of a great dusty hall, dimly lit by sputtering torches in iron sconces.
Someone needs a damn name.
The torches cast odd shadows across the faces of 8 stone gargoyles that seem to be squatting motionlessly on the rim of the domed ceiling as well.
No!
Cracked and faded ceiling frescoes are covered by decay. Double doors of bronze stand closed to the east of you. To the north, a wide staircase climbs into darkness.
What's over here?
A lit hallway to the south contains another set of bronze doors, though which you hear sad and majestic organ tones.
I imagine like things.
Alright, Phantom of the Opera.
That's how I feel, right?
And as you guys are kind of taking in this room and making your comments about it, an elf with brown skin and long black hair descends the wide staircase. Quiet as a cat, he wears a gray cloak over black studded leather armor.
It's a fancy dog.
And has a polished scimitar hanging from his belt. My master is expecting you.
Oh,
he says.
Bet you he is.
Is that what your letter's all about then? Alright.
You're a dog.
I see what's going on here.
I'll give you a song.
Now I know why we were invited to dinner.
That's mine. No, it's not.
This is a munch, isn't it?
He walks up closer to your group. He goes, "Please, follow me." And he gestures towards the south where the open doors are.
Are you happy here?
I am quite content in the Master's grace, yes.
Are you sure? Because I feel like you're lying.
Are you saying...
Who are you one to judge when you've just arrived here?
Are you saying you love your leader like a North Korean loves their leader? Or...
What is a North Korean?
That's alright.
Never mind.
Moving on.
Cole,
Okay.
can I ask him if he knows where people are selling pets or something?
I like how
I'm
Hunter's on his
still
pet
with
kick.
the pets thing.
He wants a pet. It's fine. We'll probably find you one later. Don't worry about it right now.
The Master will show you plenty of examples of pets.
Wow. I'm sorry. If there is a dungeon of pain, I am done.
I am.
I just follow the dude. Yep.
Okay.
I follow the elf.
Holy cow, yes?
Do we even know why we were invited for dinner?
No.
We're quickly finding out.
I want to find out in fast.
Alright. Just double checking. Alright.
I am told.
He leads you to the south. You notice torchlight flutters against the walls of a vaulted hall just adjacent to the foyer.
Totally the BDSM, I'm telling you.
To the east, an arched hallway stretches for 20 feet, ending at a spiral staircase that goes up and down. Next to the hallway, a suit of armor, oiled and glistening, stands at attention in a shallow alcove. To the west, large double doors hang slightly open, and a steady bright light escapes through the opening. Swells of organ music come from behind the doors. spilling their melody of power and defeat into the hall.
I think we're allowed on the West Wing.
He then gestures towards the open doors and begins to lead you. Do you all enter?
I do.
Yes.
Cautiously.
I want to.
Can I do another Arcana check?
Okay.
Holding
What?
my mom's
Can I
hand.
do another Arcana check?
Sure.
I want a freaking pet.
We all about to die.
12.
Wait, how can we do an Arcana check? We have no knowledge of magic.
Don't have any inkling of anything seeming magical other than, you know, just hearing organ music. And
Can you stop
Is there
being
like
so
a magical
extra,
pet?
Mr. Organ?
I can play the organ too. I kid you not.
Or the organ got old in Sunday school. All right, let's.
So you guys enter this chamber?
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, cautiously.
3 enormous crystal chandeliers brilliantly illuminate this magnificent chamber.
I'm
out.
Pillars of stone stand against dull white marble walls. Supporting the ceiling, in the center of the room, a long, heavy table is covered with fine white satin cloth. The table is laden with many delectable foods. Roasted beast basted within a savory sauce. Roots and herbs of every taste, and sweet fruits and vegetables. Places are set for each of you with fine, delicate china and silver. At each place is a crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid with a delicate, tantalizing fragrance.
Is there a vegan option?
I'm gluten free.
Are there shellfish in here?
I'm on the keto diet. I can't do this.
At the center of the far west wall, between floor to ceiling mirrors, stands a massive organ. Its pipes blare out a thunderous melody that speaks in its tone of greatness and despair. Seated at the organ, facing away from you, a single caped figure pounds the keys in raptured ecstasy.
God, with the
The
melancholy
figure
music.
suddenly stops, and as a deep silence falls over the dining hall, it slowly turns towards you.
As he turns towards us, can I try to hide behind something?
Sure. Roll a stealth check.
16.
Okay.
Can I pull out?
As he stops playing, I'm in the middle of shouting something over, and so I don't, like when the music stops and you're still shouting.
Yes.
So I was like, and it just like the music cuts out. I'm like, your place is really nice. Oh, my bad. Sorry.
This is oddly familiar.
God, could you not stop with the sad music?
Can I pull out my weapon just in
You
case?
can.
You can.
But then
Does
that,
anybody else
you
pull
gotta
out
think
weapons?
about everything that you do before
Nope.
you do it, because what if you pull it out and it makes him angry and he starts to attack you?
So,
Jesse!
Okay, never mind.
I got you stuff.
Excellent.
dinner
I got you
promised
some
food. What's for dinner?
We got weapons.
You know
Please. As he
what?
turns
Just be
around,
following us.
you see
We're at the
a
castle.
pale but elegant-looking figure.
It's just
Hey, girl, hey.
Slightly darkened rings around his eyes.
You know, tea bags would help with the
Huh?
dark. That darkness.
But you can see
I'm
someone
just
with a
saying
very
quietly. I know.
cold look in his eye.
Okay.
He goes, "Welcome to my home.
Oh, so you're strong.
Please take a seat and dine to your content." As he
Is there anyone else?
walks down the few steps to the
there
organ
anyone else
and
I don't
takes
think
the
so.
head of the table.
Oh.
I look at the food on the table. What's it look like?
Looks like really good beef
Carrots
and veggies and
Are we
I
like
just grabbed
super
a
hungry,
carrot.
or have we
like
already
Thanksgiving.
I pull out one of my ration
You
packs,
probably
just
ate
sit
that
down and
morning.
start eating that. I
I
don't
believe
trust
that's
this
the-
I know me
shit.
either. That's
I
fine
just
with
grab a
you.
carrot
I
and then
am
start
just
eating
wondering
a
at the
bunch of
I mean, we'll join him at the
I'm
table.
enjoying
I'm
it.
not eating this.
Yeah, I have some manners. I'll eat his food.
Nope.
I'll pick at it, but I'm like secretly sneaking bites out of my ration.
That's probably what I'd be doing. Like, the whole.
This food looks absolutely
Yeah.
delicious.
Thank you. We toiled quite arduously for your food tonight.
Am I eating
From the
people?
movies, I'd
I feel
watch
like I'm
it.
eating people.
The barbarous. Sweet time.
Oh, I need to rewatch that.
That was a serious question. Am I eating people right now?
No.
Can I roll an insight to see if he's lying to me?
Sure.
God.
It's so tender when they're young.
Oh my god.
17.
Oh my gosh.
17? Seems to be speaking the truth.
So you've been so hospitable, yet we're still questioning why we're here.
Yeah, why do you just
Yeah, if
randomly
we're gonna
pull
get
a bunch of people
freaky,
here?
I'm not gonna say no, but we gotta talk consent.
I need a safe word.
Pineapple juice.
That's too long of a scene. Blam, blam.
Sassafras.
Sassafras? Did you know it's sassafras fruit that they use to make root beer?
I fixed myself a plate.
Yeah, I found that out.
I was hoping that the group of you that I've brought here might work out better than the other guests that I've brought here over the many years we've been here.
Did you eat them too?
No.
Some of them
Answer.
seemed to want to eradicate me.
Can't imagine why.
I had to make an example.
Okay.
Sounds
You
like
still
a
haven't
horde
answered my
of
question.
people with activism.
I like how you're shouting down.
Hey,
I have lived here for many centuries.
That much is apparent.
Yeah, we know that.
A dark curse fell
And I
upon our
got you
lands
to
when I was, how you say, mortal.
What are you now? I mean, you're immortal now, but what are you?
I am what you would call
Vampire.
a vampire.
I'm done.
Yes, I partake of the blood of mortals.
Welcome solid.
If they deserve it.
I say, that's cool.
I ask your help to lift the curse of these lands.
You are on your own, sister.
And what
You say
benefit
that?
is that of you?
No, I like think it, but I don't say it. No, yes I do. I have no filter. I say it.
It's your choice to take this quest or not. If you are able to lift this curse, I am more than happy to send you home.
What kind
Otherwise,
of curse?
if you wish to go upon your own way, you're welcome to. But you won't be receiving my assistance to get home.
So you're saying there is another way to get home besides here? Okay.
As far as I'm aware, there's only my power that can handle that.
Yeah, you
are-
seem like someone who would think that.
You are all welcome to freely explore my castle and
No.
do as you wish.
Freely?
Yes.
Can I find a bedroom to sleep in? Pretty good.
If you wish to sleep here, you are more than welcome.
I don't trust this
I
guy.
want to eat and then just explore everything that I can.
I am just whispering to my
How did this?
brother.
Okay, I'll ask. How did this curse come upon you?
It's quite a tragic tale.
Apparently
Apparently got nothing but time.
All I say is.
Some asshole took us from our
Where's that
homes.
freaking?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you see.
We were all
I
playing
was,
a friendly game.
Mine.
I was bewitched in my mortal years.
Shocking.
We were a bunch of assholes.
The woman
That's
I
completely
wished
under
to,
my breath.
The
by the
woman that I wished to marry
Oh, so it is always about a woman. Oh, okay.
Better not be a child.
seemed to have a power over me I did not
Bro, just let her go.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
It was those magic
Understand.
cakes, I tell you.
Just get to the gym, work on you.
If
Do you
And-
say this?
Yeah.
somehow
He's just ignoring
Was-
you at this point.
Yeah, pretty
I'm
much.
paying completely.
Okay, I'm paying
Yeah,
attention.
so am I.
I'm listening.
Somehow was able to persuade me in some infernal way to
I mean, she's a woman.
You were
It's not
pussy
that hard.
whipped. We get it.
Damn whisper
To-
guys.
murder my family and my mentor.
Really?
Damn, she hooked you.
And in so doing,
You're not supposed to
unleashed the
stick your
curse
dick in
upon
crazy
my
man.
lands.
You what?
And in so doing,
Killing his mentor and his family knowledge as.
the curse was unleashed upon my lands.
What does the curse do?
Not just you.
Well, me, of course, as you see me.
Oh,
Well, yeah, not just you. That's what I'm
Wow,
asking. You
control
and
your
the
temper.
lads.
Damn.
Calm down.
But everyone,
Thank you, I love it.
everyone who lives and dies here stays here.
So that's why we saw a bunch of people walking the streets in that town the other day at like midnight.
Those are my previous guests.
So if I'm putting everything together, you want us to go kill your ex-girlfriend.
Sure,
that-
let's go do it. I don't
Is
care.
that what I'm picking up right now?
Am I picking up what you're putting down?
I'm smelling what you're selling.
She died many hundreds of years ago.
Did you kill her?
Yes, I did.
And that didn't break the
Yeah,
curse?
that didn't break the curse. Yeah, exactly.
So how exactly are we
She
supposed to
wasn't
break
the
the
one
curse?
that bestowed the curse. It was.
So she screwed you over, is what she did.
It was. I'm on the edge of my seat here, man. Come on.
Before
For the love of God, spit it
What
out.
bestowed the curse was the actions I took.
From killing your family and your mentor.
And because I prefer not to die on my own, I bring guests to test if their metal is worth.
So
That
backtrack.
seems selfish.
Yeah, this seems ridiculous. Backtrack.
So you
How
trying
does
to
the
say
curse get bestowed upon you just for killing your mentor and your family? That's just.
The specific weapon I used bestowed the curse.
So
And
break
then-
the weapon.
Was made inert.
So let me
The
get this
curse was
straight.
also bestowed upon
You
me.
murder your family, your mentor, your woman.
If you want
get
to make
cursed, and then you kidnap us, thinking that that's gonna fix it.
if you want to make it
You
simple,
continue
I
the bad
must
actions.
die
So
for the curse to be lifted.
So
But I don't wish to die.
I feel like
That's a whole lot of your problem.
I feel like at this
But
point you kind of
To make it interesting, I bring people here that may or may not want to vanquish a vampire.
Ooh, I would.
Are we playing the Hunger Games with you?
No
Is what you're saying?
And you're more than welcome to try. And if you succeed, the curse is lifted and you can go home.
Somebody give him a muffin.
And if not, you die and join my
He's undead, right? I hit him with a phoenix down.
join
What?
my flock.
In Final
Of
Fantasy, a
undead
phoenix down
guests
will
that live
instantly kill
upon my
undead because it
lands.
revives people.
Can I whisper something to anyone?
Go for it.
you have to.
You
You
don't have
can
to.
whisper too.
You can whisper it too.
I do not want to be here.
Now,
Well, it's a little too late for that.
you're more than welcome to try and kill me now.
Y'all have something that's silver. Stab him.
But do as you wish.
I have a
Something
battle
tells me
axe.
that ain't gonna go over well.
I know.
I secretly.
How have they? Hold on. Let's
And he stands and begins to walk back
No,
towards the
no,
organ.
no! Don't you walk away! Don't you turn your back on me. How have they tried to kill you already?
Oh, many have tried to slay you. In many ways.
How? How?
That
What?
would take the fun out of it, now wouldn't it?
I don't like guessing games, and I don't like surprises.
What was the strongest way?
This sounds like
You walked in
He
through
still
a surprise.
what
I
the
mean,
curse
come
I
on.
Well, we all know one thing.
Like
that
in and
kills
out of
vampires.
here, like out of just like.
I don't say
like
that. I'm
surprises.
still
Other people
hiding.
have tried.
Well,
Not looking at him.
Wait, does anyone eat
Unfortunately,
garlic?
sometimes you don't get always what
I
you
do.
want.
You have
Yes,
garlic?
I
Lactose
do.
intolerant. Can I still go?
So-
Whatever the Can you like give me the garlic and
You don't understand what the curse is?
It might.
Oh, I didn't actually
Is
say
it?
that.
Is
I'm
it?
still
What's? It's basically causing people who die here not able
Wait,
to.
you're hiding?
Yeah, they're not able to pass.
Everyone
Yeah.
that dies or lives here is stuck here. They can't
Because
leave.
I don't want
They
to look at
can't
him or
proceed into the afterlife. They are just here
Or just hide.
forever.
Wait
Has
for
anybody
the right
tried to
moment
assault
to
and
kill
burn
him.
the bones?
Try and kill him.
What bones?
There's no bones.
can you?
I am the
garlic
curse's focal
so I can
point.
put it on one of my arrows.
Let's chop. See if you can chop off his head.
He's not a ghost.
I know. I was thinking the other people, the other ghosts.
So I can like make a
So basically, you brought us here to kill you,
Yes,
but you're not going to let us kill you.
not willingly.
He doesn't really want to die.
He wants to come back.
I
to
want the
life.
curse lifted, but I want to go out in my own.
Do you have a library?
Yes, there's an
You sound like a
extensive
very
library
selfish
here.
asshole.
I
I'm
just-
just saying.
Which
What was
way
that
do I
first
go to
word?
get to
Oh,
said
yeah,
You
library?
deserve centuries and centuries to live while.
No, I think you
Hold on
deserve
to
to die.
take the fun out of it, now wouldn't it?
Can someone
Feel
just
free
kill
to
him
explore.
right now?
That's what we're
You'll
trying to
find it
Try.
eventually.
Okay,
Can someone
I'm
at
gone.
least get,
I
like,
don't,
a
I'm
bow
not strong
and
enough.
do. Go to the
garlic
library.
and
I'm gonna
then
go find the
put it-
library.
Put the garlic on the bow and then just
Chris
shoot
leaves
it at
the
it.
dining
Will the
room.
library have
Like
like
cake.
journals of your previous guests?
Possibility.
Might have record of them if I've written them down, if they were of note.
I'm going
Can
with
I-
Chris.
Just depends on if they were worthy of note.
I'm going with Chris.
If some got close to killing me or not.
Oh, before I leave, I take a massive rip and blow it right in his face.
Roll
Maybe
me
he'll
a
die of.
Roll me a perception check.
I just want to. Well, that would be even better if it goes through it.
Keep wanting to take a drink from an empty cup.
That would be a 12.
A 12?
Yes.
It doesn't pass around him, it passes through his face.
Okay.
We need to find his coffin.
And as soon as you do that,
Say that. I think that.
you see the vision of him turn to mist and fade.
Woohoo! We
Did
beat
he
him. Let's go
die?
home.
Let's find his coffin.
Did he
No, I'm
die?
going with Chris to the library.
I'm just gonna get up and investigate the organ.
I'm gonna go at
You're
Fred.
gonna go look at the organ?
I am gonna go look at the organ.
Alright, gang. Scooby. Scooby, Shaggy,
Okay.
and Selma, you go this way?
Roll an investigation check.
Daphne and I will go this way.
Yes.
My investigation, I rolled.
I wanna go
I
at
am
Scooby. I'm
I want to go
Scooby
to the
Doo.
library.
22.
Calm down, guys.
Hey.
I rolled
22.
a 22 on investigation on that organ.
On the organ? Okay. It looks like a very large and elaborately
Must have
made
been-
pipe
He
organ.
must have been 20. and
Does the chair move at all?
Moves to adjust where you want to sit.
Up and down.
I want to play it.
Can I just run out of the building and try and
Check.
look for
Dun, dun,
birds?
dun,
So we're doing a performance.
Dun 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 dun.
I actually know how to play the organ.
Dun 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 dun.
I went in
Alright.
church when I was a kid.
I just yell. Can I just yell something?
Is,
Can I yell something in the game?
20.
Can I please have a
We
pet
should just stick around
now?
his castle and play
I
annoying
wanna
songs on his organ until he
hours.
dies.
The song that.
It's a 22. Performance.
What are some
You just hear
Mormon
a
hymns we can sing?
soft chuckle in the
Wait, what are these kids doing?
like a soft chuckle out of nowhere.
I'm just casually playing the Addams Family theme song on the organ.
What'd you get?
22.
Oh yeah, you're playing flawlessly.
Check this out, guys.
Do-do-do-do.
He's creepy and he's spooky.
We're all together.
Anyways, so you're heading out of the dining room.
No, I
I'm
need to
gonna
play
go
the
search.
monsters now.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow Christian.
Okay, is anybody else following Christian out of the dining room?
Yes,
Breeze.
me.
I
I want to get out
I'm
of
not
this
keeping
place
eating.
and find a
I
fucking
am.
pet.
I finished eating.
I
I'm
want
just
to.
playing on the organ, so now you guys have like
I
dinner.
think
So
desserts.
you come back
Is there like
out
a
into
pig?
the
That I can kill. I want to kill.
I'm
some
you come
pet.
back out into the hall that had the pristine armor and the spiral staircase.
Yeah.
Where would you like to go from there?
Before I go anywhere, I go up to the armor and see how secure it is.
Okay.
Is that little elf dude there so he can tell us where the library is?
He's scared me.
Yeah, please.
Sorry, what?
Is the little elf dude there so he can tell us where the library is?
No, he's nowhere to be found.
Fucker.
So if his master dies, he probably died too.
Roll me a, I guess, an investigation check.
Can someone give me some acorns?
Oh, okay, that's what I said. I gave you stuff. So we went
I'm
to
gonna
the
look for
we
another
went to
copy of
the
the town
tavern.
records.
We went to the town.
So you're gonna look for the library?
And Christian decided to give
That's
him
where
his
he's
bag.
Like the archives?
His
22.
If I give this question in date of death
So I kind of gave you.
Lord Strahd.
You actually picked pretty good because I'm
22.
actually I'm really
22?
good at art.
The armor is currently just hanging on an armor rack inside this alcove.
What kind of like prestige armor is this?
This is a set of full plate armor.
You're stupid.
So that's kind of.
Ow, my arm.
Hey. So.
And it is adorned with a specific crest. If I can find it. Depending on what page it was on.
Super.
Now I have it in my head.
Panda Express bullshit.
What's go? Oh,
Are you still hungry?
I'm making chili. I promise.
I'm making Chick-fil-A chicken.
It's more of the fact that they ordered it and they didn't get it. It's not hard.
Are they gonna fix it?
I don't know. I submitted it and it's like, we'll investigate. It's not hard. The original amount that I was supposed to pay was like 34 and I only paid 20, so something's missing.
Interesting.
But yeah, I've got components in the fridge. I just need to make them
I
fry.
gotta run to the. I gotta run to Smith's real quick.
Wait, you're supposed to pay
I need to go to
34
the
and you only paid 20?
Yeah, because with Postmates, they do a pre-authorization because it doesn't go directly to the store. Whoever is delivering has to actually order it.
There it is.
And they swipe a prepaid
You
card.
see that
Yeah,
crest
I know,
emblazoned
I've done
upon the
Postmates.
Yeah.
chest plate.
So my order should have come out to about $34, everything included.
Yeah, but
But-
even just that's not $20.
So yeah, it is. This plus delivery plus it was like $20.
Shit, I was just driving it. It's like $8. I was just paying $20.
I mean,
Convenient.
oh, well, and I also had Rangoons. So I had a side.
Okay.
Okay,
But
20 bucks? Just
because
That's what you see.
I make note of it and then I walk off. What do
Are
I
you all
see?
sticking together, or are you all
Yes.
going to go in different directions?
Nope.
Depends on what you want to do.
I will.
I would
definitely
like
stick
to
with
I'm
try-
Chris.
gonna keep
I
eating. I'm just gonna enjoy the.
Can I go outside
Spread.
and try and look
You
for
stay in the dining room
Yeah,
squirrel
get drunk.
Okay.
and capture it and keep
So
it outside?
Stetson's staying in the dining room. Anybody
I like
else?
that.
Yeah, I'm in the dining room still because I'm
Remember,
running
she's
all
Playing
day.
the organ. So you two are staying, and now the rest are going to go
This is gonna
explore.
turn into
Okay.
an episode of Clue.
Okay. So
You're my LOI.
Yeah, let me call you back in like 2 minutes.
Do
I'm
I
the
find
little-
the information?
I'm the
in the
little
records
T-Rex.
you
of-
haven't found the
Huh?
library yet.
I just
Oh,
want
I
to.
have-
No, you guys have just left the dining room into the
Nicole has what?
into where the armor and that spiral staircase was.
No, he
Is
does
there a
not.
bathroom?
Oh, you need to
No.
stand up for a second.
You don't need to ask about things like that.
Okay,
You just pee.
I'll see you in a bit.
You find a place to go to the bathroom.
Be back. I'm kind of thinking about taking a dump in the armor personally.
Anyways, so you guys are currently just south of the main foyer that had the 4 pillars. Where would you guys like to go? You have a spiral staircase.
I'm going up the stairs.
Directly ahead of you from the dining room, and that foyer area is off to your left.
Up the stairs.
You gonna go up the
I
stairs?
just follow Christian.
Yeah, I definitely just follow Christian.
Because
just
he'll
follow
eventually
Chris.
find it.
Okay.
He's probably. I feel like Chris has a good sense of direction. Me, not so much.
I probably would for a library, but that's fine. I'd like to stay together anyways in this place.
We could probably sniff them books out.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
Fluttering torches and iron sconces
That's a
illuminate.
musty parchment smell. It's probably going
Sorry.
this way.
Just waiting for people to get done with the conversation before I describe the tower. Okay. Fluttering torches and iron sconces illuminate this spiral staircase. A chilly wind rushes down the circling stairway, seeming to kill the very heat of the torches.
Okay, are the torches attached to the walls, like hardcore attached, or can I
Can we
like,
lift
pick one
them?
up?
They are what looks like they are fully affixed torches that have a fuel source that's
Yeah,
inside like a cage.
So they're not removable. Is what
No,
you're saying.
they're not
Okay.
removable.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay, well, I pull out my little flashlight that I have just in case, so that I can have some light.
Oh, that's right. We have
Okay.
oil. I have a lamp in oil.
I have like a legit flashlight because
I have a phone, but I feel my battery.
I have a full battery charger, so.
So do we, but someone got rid of one of his.
Let's see.
I have 2 more.
I don't have mine.
Okay. As you get to the top of the staircase, there's another bronze doorway. If you wish to open it, you may try.
Yeah, I'll try and open it.
It opens freely.
Me too.
As you enter this next room, you see dusty scrolls and tomes lining the walls of this room.
Oh, cool. Small
More
library.
scrolls and books lie scattered on the floor around 4 heavy wooden chests, fitted with sturdy iron locks. The only unobstructed floor space is directly in front of the doors on the east and west walls. In the center of this clutter stands a great black desk. A figure crouches atop a tall stool, scratching on a seemingly endless scroll of paper with a dry quill pen. Nearby, a tasseled rope hangs from a hole in the ceiling.
So you said there was someone on the desk?
Yep. So someone's at the desk writing, like, furiously.
I pull the rope.
Hello?
As you get closer, you notice that he is chained to the desk.
I pull the rope.
Are you okay?
No.
Is he not answering me?
Hold on.
Turns out he's dead.
Answer!
Don't mind me. Business to do. And he just keeps writing.
No, questions to answer.
You have no consequence. Continue what you're doing. And he just keeps writing.
I ring the bell.
You
pull
the rope?
Yep.
Okay.
I,
You hear a tremendously loud gong sound.
Okay.
Go.
Chris, what'd you do?
I pulled the rope.
Look.
Just tell me where the library is, dude.
Is it loud enough to hear that from the dining hall?
He says it's resolved.
Roll you Stetson and Jesse. Roll me a perception.
16.
No fire.
15.
Are we all by that? Oh, nobody touched this one. They're not all.
This guy's weird, you know.
I'm with Chris. How much longer were we going, guys?
Probably it's 6:33. We have more people coming over, so probably like
soon.
15 minutes.
Probably as soon as this room is finished.
I rolled
I got
15 and he rolled 6.
That's why.
15 and 16, yes. You both hear sounds of... It sounds like a bell inside the building go off.
What the hell was that?
Okay.
Oh, my baby.
A few moments later, as you guys hear the gong and you're arguing with this man at the table.
I'm not. I'm just standing next to the rope.
I just want to know where we're going.
Can I go to that?
Debating on whether or not I should pull it again to see if somebody will get here faster.
You just tell me where the library is, I'll go away. It won't pester you. Maybe.
If you.
Maybe.
Am I?
Maybe.
Just continue through the door, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Check
Can
your
I
attitude.
search around for another door?
Must be. I
There's
walked
one
up
on
to
the opposite side of the room from
I
the
wanna go through
staircase.
I walked
head to
up
that
to
door?
that guy and grabbed
Okay.
whatever he was
As
doing
you
and threw
open
it.
that door,
I die.
you see this
Oh shit.
standing right outside the door.
You're with us, right? Okay.
Oh, she's hot.
I don't think that's a she.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I think that's an it.
And that's where we'll end tonight.
Alright.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Tell me if I die next week.
Thank you everybody for joining us for our Halloween special. We'll be continuing this on Wednesday,
That was my first somewhere.
and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and happy Halloween.
Yep.
Oh, you're back.
Good night.
That quarter on the floor is ours.